The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
Good late afternoon from Jeffersonville. Chris LaBar alongside with former male Bulldog Kellen Barnes. Welcome to Southern Indiana high school football. Two Clark County rivals meet today, Silver Creek and Jeff, and certainly in the trajectory of Jeff, they are trending upward.
Yeah, you come into the facilities and you get the feeling that this place is really on the up and up, and you have a good feeling when you walk in this place.
So the Red Devils at 3-2. We'll talk much more about them a little bit later. But Silver Creek, they're also 3-2, and they've suffered some very debilitating injuries over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they lose two really big starters, or two really important playmakers on both sides of the ball for them, and they play so many people both ways that it's going to really affect how they play. Hopefully the guys behind them can step up and make some plays today.
So Darius Gray, he's out for the year. He hurt his leg 2 weeks ago. He's out. His career will end. And also they're losing Carson Cook, an outstanding defensive player. So arguably they're two top athletes on both sides of the ball.
And you have to have rally around your team. You guys have to kind of have that inner strength in the locker room to say, hey, you know what? We lost two of our guys, but we're going to stand up and we're going to keep fighting.
Take a look at the weather forecast here in a little bit. And Kellen, this weather, although it is still raining, it has improved some this afternoon.
Yeah, it's lightened up a little bit. We don't have the the hurricane that we had yesterday, but it is lighter, and it's a turf field. So we're still going to be dealing with the slick ball. We're going to have some issues probably with some ball control, and we're going to see who can handle those the ebbs and flows of that during the game.
And you would certainly feel like this has the making of a ground-oriented game.
Yeah, when you look at Jeffersonville, they're going to want to throw the ball, but they're going to have to run the ball to kind of control it a little bit and settle themselves in. And of course, Silver Creek is really going to want to pound the rock today and use some play action to get some of their newer athletes open in the secondary.
Take a look at this afternoon's weather presented by American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens. For any of your insurance needs, contact Mark at 812-283-8600. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. And the weather, although it is continuing to rain, as we mentioned, it has subsided some. Temps in the mid-60s, and it should be an outstanding afternoon for a key Southern Indiana high school football game. Up next, we'll chat with Dave Pappenhaus, the sixth-year head coach of Silver Creek, in that conversation on the way back from Glycod.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter. For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice. With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Afternoon game here versus Jeff. What's changed this week with the move to the daytime here?
Logistics of everything have changed quite a bit. Not being our campus is closed today, so not being able to practice today. Just kind of breaking up the routine, and I'm sure that Jeff, their routine is busted up as well. So, that'll be interesting to see who handles the change better. That's probably the biggest thing that the weather has caused, but we're looking forward to playing Jeff, and this is a great challenge for us.
Tough game last week in the shutout loss versus Scottsburg. I know your offense certainly not the same without receiver Darius Gray. How do you get some momentum back into that unit?
Yeah, losing Darius and then losing Carson Cook last week, that's two massive losses for us. So, we've kind of shifted gears a little bit, and we believe in next man up, and obviously Darius has started since he got to high school for us. So, we've lost a 4-year starter, and you're not going to be able to replace that. So we have to look and find some different things that we can do and that we can do well. And so this week we did a lot of that, and, really worked hard to find some different ways to move the football than we have in the weeks past.
You'll start a new quarterback today, Cam Black, although he does have some experience this year. What is your expectation level with him in these dire conditions today?
Well, we are very blessed to have a backup like Cam Black. He came in starting week 1, and Keaton got banged up on a play, and was cramping up, and Cam came in and led us down the field for a scoring drive and just never missed a beat. And he's come in a few other times throughout his career and really done a nice job. So, we have all the confidence in the world in Cam. We just needed to upgrade our receiving core a little bit. And, it's not like Keaton really lost the job. He's just a great athlete, and we had to move him to give ourselves a chance.
Jeff, like you guys, 3-2, how would you assess them this year?
Well, they are very athletic. They can throw the ball all over the place. Got some dynamic playmakers. And, coach has done a nice job. It's been a while since they've had any success, sustainable success at Jeff. And, Coach Washington's doing a fine job and kind of getting those kids to believe a little bit. So, we're going to have our hands full.
You're 2-0 on the road. Any reason why? Generally, it's the other way around. You guys seem like you play better away from home.
Well, I hadn't even thought of that. Maybe it's just a a different routine, I guess. Maybe our kids like to get out of the normal and take the show on the road.
Good luck today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
This broadcast is authorized by Jeffersonville High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. And Kellen, exactly, take a look at what Silver Creek is without today and how do they recapture some of that production.
Well, you're going to have to go. Hopefully, you got a lot of practice reps in. It was kind of a rough week with the weather, but hopefully you got enough practice reps in. So, the new quarterback feels good behind center and feels confident. He has some game action, but again, he's taken over the leadership role in the offense, and you really want him to be comfortable in that position.
So Carson Cook, Darius Gray out. Jeffersonville has a key injury as well. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But now for the keys to this game presented by Northside Security, where service and protection meet. A huge thank you to the great folks at Northside Security for their support of Glycod.com and all of these outstanding student athletes. Let's take a peek at Silver Creek and more on the Dragons.
Well, the Dragons are really going to have to build some momentum. Last week was a rough deal, getting shut out by Scottsburg, and it looked on film like they were struggling to find an identity. They kind of bounced back and forth from running to passing, and I think moving Keaton Ward, to receiver will really help them open up some things that they can do on offense. They have to create some momentum and get Jeffersonville on their heels a little bit to kind of push them out and make Jeffersonville start feeling the rain a little bit more as they play. And then and then on defense, they just need to tackle. They got to tackle a lot with more energy. Watching them tackle sometimes late in that game, they didn't seem like they were really energetic about the tackling.
And for the Red Devils, let's talk a bit more about them. And certainly they've got to handle the weather conditions. Very important for both teams.
Well, Jeff wants to throw the ball all over the place, and I would too with Rico behind center. He's got a great action in it when he throws the ball. But they're going to have to hold on to the ball. They're going to have to get the ball. The ball boys are going to have to be active on the sideline, drying the balls off and getting the balls in and out so they can have a dry ball to throw. And there's a lot of things that go into that, and you also have to have the protection up front. So what's going to happen? I mean, who's going to have that first big momentum play?
Joe Washington done a great job here in his first season as Jeffersonville's head football coach. We'll talk with Coach in just a moment. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Okay, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Well, Joe, you guys certainly trending upward this year. How would you assess the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season?
I mean, it's a positive. We're 3-2. It's always great to have, one up in the win column, besides, being upside down in the loss column. But, the kids have good spirits right now. They're starting to believe in themselves. We had a hiccup last week. It's sort of a wake up call to get back to what we're doing, what we've been doing. But the first 5 games have shown promise to what the back half of the season, should be.
You inherited so many players from this season, Coach, that really over the last few years haven't had a lot of success. How would you assess maybe their confidence level that now that they've seen some success on the field?
They're starting to feel themselves. Last week they were feeling themselves, so we had a nice little reality check. But you can see the smiles, the energy, the excitement that they brought this year. We're seeing that success, and so now we're working on trying to maintain, our hard work ethic with enjoying the success that we're having.
Tough game last week, and you mentioned at Floyd Central. What was the difference here in the second half?
They got those 2 onside kicks. First one got us, second one, shame on me. But those 2 onside kicks, they kept our offense off the field. So that was a way of them trying to control our team, control the game by keeping our offense off the field. Which kudos to that, to the head coach over there. But that was second half. That's pretty much they kept the offense off the field.
Certainly one of the storylines today will be weather and how teams will handle it. I mean, how is it adapted your game plan? How have you guys changed what you're going to do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to focus on ball control, playing good, letting our defense, do what they do, what they've been doing for the last 5 weeks, stopping the run and playing fast. And we're going to work on ball control and, taking advantage of some things. And, trying to end each drive with a touchdown or extra, field goal. So, it'll allow our defense to relax a little.
Coach, you got some big ball games coming up here the second half of the year. Are you taking things in stride? Are you focusing on the baby steps or maybe getting a larger landscape of what this season could turn into?
Just taking baby steps. I try not to look, too far in advance. We did that at the beginning of the year, and we had some games that were circled. This was one of the games that are circled with Silver Creek. And then, next week we got, the rival, New Albany. So that game was also circled. And then we did circle Columbus East. We didn't know what they were going to, they're coming with, but obviously they're looking pretty good. So that's another game we circled. So we got a 3-game stretch right now that's going to be, pretty pivotal with our season.
And as it pertains to you, what have you learned this year in your first head coaching job?
Oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot of managing. It's a lot more in-depth, detailed managing things. Per se as being a coordinator or an offensive line coach. Just trying to make sure that everything runs right. Make sure the coaches are coaching. Making sure the players, checking in on the players, making sure they're feeling okay. And just the landscape of how Indiana football is, really.
Good luck this afternoon. Thank you, Coach.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Head coach.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or longtime patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Chris LeBar, Kellen Barnes. We're back live to Jeff. Kickoff on the way back. You're watching Glycod.com.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
From Glycod in Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mack Construction. Experience Reputation Solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville. A family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start. German American Bank. Northside Security. And Call's Body Shop. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
Will be Jeffersonville football as we welcome you back. Silver Creek won the toss. They deferred. So, Jeff, we'll start with the football. This series pretty recent. Red Devils winners 2 out of the previous 3 matchups with the Dragons winning in Sellersburg last season.
I will say that Jeffersonville is going to be ready for the onside kick here, Chris.
Well, you get the sense in talking with Coach Pappenhouse that perhaps a few tricks up the sleeve today. They are a little bit depleted. We don't want to overwork that analogy, but this team's certainly going to have to find some creative ways to reduce the explosive nature of this Jeff offense.
Yes, I agree with that. And but also, they're going to play hard. They're going to come out here and play hard, and they're going to fight.
Max Schoonover will watch his adversary kick off for Silver Creek, and it's gobbled up by Jaden Berkeley, the ex-Charlestown Pirate, and there is Berkeley across the 40, and he will duck out and flip a somersault up to the 48-yard line.
It was a nice play there by Eli Donaldson. He kind of cleaned up the mess that had been created. A little bit sparse in the coverage there.
So Jaden Berkeley taking this one all the way back some 44 yards to begin for this high potent Jeff offense, averaging 23 points per game. The quarterback, they'll play 2. We expect senior quarterback Rico Wright to start. Cordell Thomas also will play some at that position.
Yeah, Rico Wright, he's going to, a lot of coaches are going to fall in love with his action and his size. He looks really nice, and they're going to take a lot of deep shots here.
It's a first down and 10, first play from scrimmage. And Jeff going to run it back to Berkeley, and Berkeley down the hill, and Berkeley picks up a quick 12 and a Jeffersonville first down.
It was a nice counter tray action inside by the offensive line. They did a good job of wrapping up on those linebackers.
So Berkeley splits out wide. He'll also play in the backfield, and Jeff down across the 40-yard line with the first tote. Be first down and 10 from the Dragon 36. Jeff offensive line left to right. Chance Johnson, Aiden Gossett, Gavin Hankins, Josh Lusko, and Tayshawn Lee will get his first start at right tackle. Jaden Kelly, the featured back, with a trio of prolific receivers. And there's a pass out in the flat to Berkeley again, and Berkeley going to squirm and squirt close to another first down.
It is the Berkeley show right now, isn't it, Chris? He's the first 3, caught the kickoff, and the first two plays are to him. He's doing a great job of hustling, catching the ball, and taking advantage of his opportunities.
So Berkeley coming in only 5 grabs throughout the course of the first 5 games. He's got 2 quick touches in the receiving game early.
That's the danger about Jeffersonville. They have athletes all over the place, and you never know which one's going to pop up today and make a big play for them.
So a gain of 8, second down and short as the Red Devils' first drive of the game inside the Silver Creek 30-yard line. It's Cordell Thomas, and he's going to float it forward, and it's going to be another Jeffersonville first down pending the game's first flag.
I think we're going to have an illegal formation.
So that was Thomas floating it out in the flat.
It was an illegal shift. They had 2. It did look like they had 2. The number 7 Laird there went in motion a little bit early on his route, trying to get out in the flat.
So that'll negate a first down and be second down and long for, it's called second and medium for the Red Devils.
Coach Washington did talk about ball control, and, they're really taking their time on this first drive. It looks like they really just want to make sure that they've got the personnel in, and we do have the other quarterback in, number 17.
Yeah, Thomas, this will be his second snap at that position. Second down looming for Jeff out in the flat, and that ball grasped by Braylon Gray, and Gray dragging tacklers close to the stick. He needed the 26.
Well, that was a great play by number 12, Grayton Lee. He got there, and he made the play. He fell off, but his teammates rallied with him. The Dragons rallied, but number 12 right there, Grayton Lee. What a great play. Trayton Lee, great play to slow it up. Third and short.
Tackle was made by number 12, Trayton Lee.
Ball fed to Kelly, and Kelly rips through the hole, and a quick first down just shy of the 20.
Yeah, that was a bully ball there. They just kind of lined up and pushed him back. Silver Creek's going to have to change up a little bit on their front. They have this even front up, and right now it's kind of not pushing very hard against the Jeff Red Devils.
So the Red Devils with 3 first downs on this march just outside the Silver Creek red zone at the 21-yard line. Here's Kelly plowing to the near side, and he'll lunge across the 15, a nice healthy chunk of 8, and the Red Devils playing above the sticks on first down.
They're doing a great job, and if you go back and watch that play, number 76, Chance Kelly, had the block of the game so far. Nice flat back there. He took his defender and drove him about 6 yards and then put him on his backside. Outstanding blocking up front by the Devils so far.
So second down and short once again for this Jeff offense, and Silver Creek's defense coordinated by Dave Pappenhouse himself, a little bit on their heels early. Rico right, little trickeration. That's a pass to Jaden Berkeley, ironically, and Berkeley limited to perhaps no gain to the 15.
Yeah, that play was slow from the beginning. It looked like there's some confusion up front of who was supposed to block who, and it just kind of turned out that they didn't block anybody. And so the whole Silver Creek defensive line was in the backfield.
That's Berkeley's fourth touch on this drive, plus the kickoff to commence the drive.
Yeah, they're really featuring him right now.
They're down and 4 after a loss of 1. Nearly 3 minutes have elapsed in the first quarter. Holloway, the intended target, and nearly picked off. That was incomplete. Trayton Lee.
Yeah, he shows up again, making a really nice play on an underthrown ball. You know, 3rd and 4. That just tells me they're going to go for it. Right here.
Max Schoonover is their kicker, and Max is staying on the sideline. As Jeff going to go for it here on 4th down and 4. It would be a 32-yard field goal if they elected to do so, and they will not. Kelly in the backfield. That's Cordell Thomas. Thomas squeezing, and he's going to be short as the Silver Creek defense denies.
They denied him, and it was great hustle by number 82, Adrian Montez. He's going to be one of the players that's going to replace Carson Cook, and he did a great job running the quarterback down. It was a low snap to start with, and that kind of shook up the whole play.
So a promising drive for Jeffersonville comes up empty, and Silver Creek, they'll have it, although pinned back inside their 15, and Cam Black, the junior quarterback, will have his first varsity start. Again, Keaton Ward is out at receiver.
We got a stoppage in play here.
So one of the Jeffersonville players will trot off the field. So Silver Creek's offense coordinated by Brad Troutman. Offensive line anchored by left tackle Walker Hoffman. He is some kind of talent. And there's the find to Jamari Powell, and Powell, the workhorse back, without Ward at the quarterback position, will take it a few yards.
Yeah, that was a nice opening play. It was a nice surge by the offensive line there. You know, the real key with Jeffersonville on their defense is, can their defensive line hold up long enough, you know, for their linebackers and their safeties to make play. They're led in the defensive secondary by Trey Martin, number 8. And, you know, he's really a great tackler because he's got a nose for the ball. But they got to get way more push.
Well, 2nd and 4, all those are true, but to Trey out with an injury that suffered an injury a couple weeks back, and we will talk more about that loss today and another penalty flag thrown.
It looks like I apologize, Chris, he has been replaced by Robert Tucker in that position there, number 1, and he was in on the play as well. Now, if you're Silver Creek, you can't be getting penalties. You had a great first play, and you're going back 5 yards. So you can't be shooting yourself in the foot like that.
The rest of the Dragon offensive line, left guard is Alex Haynes. Alex Lambert is the center. Lucas Ramirez, right guard. Ethan Rothstein, the right tackle. Cam Black, the quarterback, with Jamari Powell, the featured running back, and Powell. That ball looked like it was trickling out for a moment, but
yeah, those center quarterback exchanges are going to be really, really key today. And as the rain starts to come down just a little bit heavier, noticeable from our booth up here.
Bringing up a 3rd and 9.
It's a 3rd down and long after Powell carries for the second time, or did he? That was actually a fumbled snap, it looked like.
Yes, sir. I would look for like a rollout, maybe a play-action boot, something to get the quarterback out of the pocket, to get him away from the rush and really give him an easy throw here.
Powell stationed behind Black on 3rd down and long, and Cam's going to roll, and he's going to flip it in the middle of the field, and that ball's gathered and intercepted by Jaleel Clack of Jeffersonville.
Lots of pressure early. In fact, I don't even know if the Black saw where he threw that ball. He got hit as he was throwing it. Lots of pressure. They tried to roll him away, but they did Jeffersonville did a great job of containing him in the pocket, forcing the bad throw and the interception.
Intended for Keaton Ward. Clack with his first interception, and Jeffersonville knocking on the door.
Chris, Jeffersonville just needs to finish the drive. They were doing a great job running the ball, and then they tried to get a little bit tricky down here by the goal line. Look for them to just turn around and hand it off and work it into the end zone here.
This time it's Rico Wright, and Rico will put it in the belly. That looked like Jaden Kelly on the take, and Kelly forward for a couple, or was that Dazier Hughes?
He's turned sideways. We can't see his number right now. But, I tell you what, Chris, the intensity has picked up. The first couple of plays, it looked like two teams that had just woken up on a Saturday morning, and now the intensity's come in. Now we're hearing the hitting through the helmets.
That was Dazier Hughes. Senior rusher, be second down and long. Right back to throw into double coverage, and that ball is caught for a Jeff touchdown. It's Braylon Gray.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a great play by number 2, Braylon Gray. What an unbelievable catch. Unbelievable catch. A good ball, but a way better catch in double coverage.
It's Gray's 11th grab of the year, the first resulting in a touchdown into double coverage.
When you got a great, that's a great throw because he just dropped back and threw it as far as he could. But you see why coaches are going to love Rico Wright, because it's just a great ball, but a better catch in the double coverage.
Max Schoonover, 3 out of 4 on extra points, and that one blocked. And it'll stay a 6-0 Jeff lead. We'll step aside. 30-second timeout. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Has already reached epidemic proportions in the U.S. More than 3.6 million U.S. youth use e-cigarettes, including 1 out of every 5 in high school. And many of those who are vaping want to quit. Get real about quitting and put your health first when you live vape-free. For the support needed to quit, text the word Indiana to 873-373. Again, that's text the word Indiana to 873-373. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Braylon Gray, 38-yard touchdown reception, has Jeff on the board. We take another look at that blocked point after try.
Well, that happens a lot. You have the wingman there. They always want to step out and get the person coming off the edge, and they forget about the person that they're supposed to block on the inside. And you'll have that a lot with younger players.
That's another definition of wingman.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great way to put it. They always fall for that. I could never figure out why kids would fall for that when I was coaching. Step down.
Wonderful throw by Rico Wright. That was his second touchdown pass of the year. And again, Braylon Gray, 11 grabs now, and he's got his first scoring play.
Yeah, that's just a lot of arm talent there. That he's a really talented young man.
Elliott Lanehart, Drake Altman back for Silver Creek. And Schoonover. Squibb onside kick and a nice catch for Silver Creek. They'll have it at the 42-yard line.
It's nice to go for those, and it's a rainy day, so you take the chance there, but I would always want to try to pin them back as far as I can, noting how the struggles that Silver Creek's had on offense. You got to keep them as far away from your end zone as possible.
That was Aiden Montez that brought it down, so Silver Creek will possess for the second time. We'll have it from their 42-yard line. First drive ended in a Jaleel Clack Jeffersonville interception. Here's Powell chugging along to the left, and Powell a first down as he's coaxed out at the 45-yard line and a gain of 14 yards.
That was really nice wall blocking. It looks like they are foot-to-foot up front, which is real tight splits, and they went back to that old-school power eye. They had 3 backs in the backfield. They turned around, and Powell just bounced it outside. Nice, beautiful run.
We'll see a lot of Sam Kahn also in the backfield. Kahn and Powell, a very formidable backfield, and Kahn now the lead blocker on 1st down and 10 as Silver Creek has netted their first down. Powell to the near side, and he'll be tangled and slung to the ground after a gain of 1.
Difference between the first play and the second play, the penetration by the Jeffersonville defense there. Outstanding job by Shimanga and Mons inside. They did a great job getting the push up in the middle and relocating the Silver Creek offensive lineman.
So 2nd down and 9 for this Silver Creek offense. Averaging 23 points per game. The shutout loss versus Scottsburg last week. Their first shutout in nearly 2 years. And Black feeding Powell again. And boy, that wall closed very quickly as Powell perhaps a yard forward.
Yeah, right now Jeffersonville's not afraid of the pass, and everybody's flying into the backfield. They're doing a great job of hustling to the ball. Powell gets a seam, though. He's a nice-looking athlete. He's going to take it to the house. So they really have to be secure in their tackling over there on the Jeffersonville side.
Be 3rd down and long. Jeffersonville defense coordinated by Cason Wall. He's very high on defensive end Ray Laird and Mike linebacker KT Thompson. 3rd down and 8. Black back to throw, and Altman watches it trickle through his fingers for an incomplete pass.
Again, you're limited in what you can do because of the pass rush of Jeffersonville. I mean, they're in the backfield almost immediately. So, Silver Creek's going to have to find some more trick plays up their sleeves to get this first down.
It was Adrian Montez, I beg your pardon, that could not hang on to that pass. And the Dragons going to go for it here. 4th down and 8. Jeffersonville also went for it earlier in the quarter. They connected. They did not. It's 4th down and 8, and it's a rifled and an incomplete pass, trying to find Drake Altman cutting to the near sideline.
Yeah, it was a good route, and he was open, but you got to put that ball on the money. He had some pressure in his face, but you got to stand in there and make that throw. That's got to be a better throw.
So turnover on downs after the Black incompletion.
On their own 44-yard line.
You're going to see a lot of just a closing note on that good Jeffersonville defense, that series. You're going to see a lot of man-to-man today from them, and they're going to load up the box and clearly try to stop the run.
From the 44-yard line, as Jeff will have it for the 3rd time in this game. In a nice shifty run up across the 40 to the 43. Rico Wright, the quarterback that time, and he fit his feature back, looked like Jaden Kelly.
Yeah, that was a fun formation. They had 2 of their bigger tight end type bodies over there in a bunch, and they came back in a big counter tray. But they all kind of missed their blocks. They kind of slid off their blocks here. And again, Silver Creek is playing really hard. They're going to give you intensity and effort for the whole game, and so that you're going to have to really beat them. They're going to make you beat them.
Second down and 9. As Kelly plunges across the 50 down to the Silver Creek 49-yard line. So now the Devils have it 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, and look for them to go right back to something very similar to what they just ran there. The linemen are really close. They're really close to getting up to that second level in their zone scheme up front up for Jeffersonville. They just got to hang on those blocks just a little bit longer, and that run's going to break.
Right back to throw, and that ball dropped across the middle. Would have been a first down. As the receiver could not hang on. That was Jaden Berkeley.
It was a really good throw. He picked the right receiver out. You got to make the catch. Looks like they're going to punt here.
Red Devils with some substitution changes here on 4th down and 3. Jaden Kelly is also the Jeff punter, with Drake Altman back for Silver Creek, and that punt nearly blocked, but a gorgeous spinning kick. Altman fields it at the 15, and Altman traipsing to the near sideline as he weaves his way across the 30.
That was a really, really good return. Brave return, but a good return. And like you said, Chris, not a whole lot of blocking up front on that punt team. That was very close to being blocked. They need to review their punt blocking assignments on the sideline.
Great return by Holtman and Silver Creek now. And certainly with the position change of Keaton Ward, a lot of responsibility on Drake Altman's shoulders at receiver, averaging a 9 catches on the season. He is tops for the Dragons.
Interesting that they haven't seen them throw it to Ward yet.
Well, the interception was intended his way as a great tackle for a loss in the backfield. It was Sam Kahn that was gathered.
Yeah, again, great penetration by Jeffersonville. They're getting off blocks up front, and they look really fast and athletic up front, and they are. And they're giving the Dragons all kinds of trouble up front.
Loss of 3 officially, so you had the one nice run, that 14-yard gallop by Jamari Powell, but other than that, the Silver Creek offense has been held in check.
And, it looks like they're going in and out from spread to the power eye. And
Black back to throw, angles it across, nice catch. And it will be a reception, a gain of about 4 yards. Ethan Caldwell able to hang on.
Yeah, that's the best throw of the game for Black so far. It looked like he really settled in. And you can see why Coach Pappenhouse is confident in him. He's got a really strong arm.
Now Caldwell, his first catch of the year. And Silver Creek now 3rd down and 13. Was that ruled incomplete?
It looks like they ruled it incomplete because he caught up here. So they must have said, because the referee was pointing down, so he must have said he didn't complete the catch.
The 3rd down and long looms for the Dragons. Same formation with Ward in the slot on 3rd down and 13. And an incomplete pass as Black faced pressure around the edge.
Yeah, right off the edge, right off the right edge of the defensive line there. Immediate pressure. Good job of him just getting out of the pocket, getting rid of it, saving the down, saving the yardage. Punt the ball here and hope to play some really good defense. They're not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination. One turnover away, one big play away from getting the ball down toward the Jeffersonville end zone.
Kilo Lee back to punt for Silver Creek. Cam Holloway salivating for a Jeff return. He's back at the Red Devil 38-yard line. And we've got a penalty marker as Lee's punt very high and short. It'll be scooped up by the Dragons as it finally rolls down at the Jeff 42, but again, a penalty near the line of scrimmage. As the officials will confer near sideline. Again, the punt from Kilo Lee. It was 4th down and long. Looks like a Jeff penalty substitution infraction, perhaps.
12 men.
This is a substitution infraction on the Red Devils.
So now 4th and 13 becomes 4th down and 8. And Dave Pappenhouse chatting with the official far sideline, and because that play occurred before the kick.
Yeah. So he's asking, it looks like he's asking, can they put it on the end of the punt here, or do they have to come back and kick it? Yeah, so they're going to tack 5-yard penalty against Jeffersonville at the end of the kick.
So the Red Devils now will have it back at their 42-ish yard line. Coming up at halftime, we'll reset the ticker. Lots going on here in the area today. So many games been transitioned to today's action. You've got 2 games ongoing at 5 p.m. Corydon Central and Clarksville, both in action. New Albany played earlier. Floyd Central also kicked off a little bit earlier. And we will update you on all the action here. Week 6, Southern Indiana High School football.
Jeffersonville is coming out in the wishbone.
Well, you got to love Coach Washington's creativity. This offense is very diverse. And a nice job up front by Silver Creek.
Yeah, they did a really good job. That's an old. He learned that one from his dad a long time ago, I'm sure. But that was a good play. But you got to finish your blocks up front. Silver Creek's doing a good job. They're not as big up front, but they're very active, and they're shedding the blocks, and they're making a lot of plays with the defensive line and the linebackers especially.
Second down and long. So we tiptoe under 2 minutes in this first quarter. Braylon Gray, 38-yard touchdown reception for Jeff. The point after was blocked. And here's a find to Jaden Kelly, and Kelly bottled up.
Yeah, Silver Creek's really they've increased the intensity. We have an injury here. We have one that went down.
Got a young man that is ailing out there. We will step aside. Third down when we come back. Thanks for watching us on Glycod. We'll pause and be right back.
Is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
It was Silver Creek noseman Gabe Wheatley that was injured and aided off the field. The fourth down and short. Nice open field tackle there by, looked like Eli Bandy, perhaps.
It was, and he did a great job. And I tell you what, Silver Creek just keeps replacing injured people with backups, and they just keep stepping up and keep making plays. They're doing a great job of rising to the occasion.
It was a key stop for Silver Creek. So fourth down and about 4. And the second punt for Kelly. This one propelled forward. It's going to spin nicely. Altman will watch it roll inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt for Jeff's Jaden Kelly.
Yeah, both of the offenses are kind of stuck in the mud, even though we have turf. But, yeah, we're stuck in the mud here. They can't get going in any real direction. Jeff had 2 good drives to start, and then they've kind of been, again, not really been able to complete the passes that they want. And they're trying to run the ball, and Silver Creek's kind of loading up against their run as well.
Silver Creek will take over on their own 13-yard line.
So the Dragons back at their 15.
See if they can hit a big play here and get out of the shadow of their own goal posts. That was
up just shy of the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was Powell there again. They gave him a little pitch so he had more time to see the hole. It was a good job of him kind of sneaking through there for 6 yards.
And the play clock actually is 5 seconds longer than the game clock, meaning Silver Creek does not have to run another play here as we wind down in this first quarter. But they will run a play. That's Kahn bulldozing his way forward, and the Dragons pick up the first down.
That was a really nice play, giving it to the up back there. And, again, when Silver Creek gets their blocking right, they do a great job because they're foot-to-foot, and if they don't let anybody get through from Jeffersonville, they're going to get yards.
And that's going to wrap up the first quarter. Sam Kahn picks up the first down. The Dragons trail Jeff 6-0 after 1. We'll step aside, more coverage in just a moment from Glycod.
Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org. Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back to work for Silver Creek. Dragons will have it from their 25-yard line as we take a look at that far Dragon sideline. And there's a flip to Powell as Powell seeks the edge, and Powell will navigate his way just shy of the 30-yard line.
That was a really nice job again up front. Powell weaving in and out of the the defenders there. But a really nice job up front of getting their shoulders turned, getting outside, and then turning their shoulders and reconnecting with the blocks for the Dragons offensive linemen.
Now, you've seen Powell a couple of times, and you can see why so many teams are high on him. He's got some serious ability.
Well, yeah, he looks really natural running the ball, just natural cuts.
Gain of 5 that time, second down, and as many. This time Powell to the left side, and he'll be gathered and slung to the ground.
Yeah, he's got to stay in there. The hole kind of opened up a little bit later than he thought it would. He got up in there, and then he tried to bounce it, and as soon as he bounced it, the hole kind of opened up. And that's one of those things, it's just you got to stay in there just a little bit longer.
That was Luke Church, linebacker on the stop, and it's third down and long.
Yeah, Luke Church really pops on film as well. He's very good. He hustles to the ball. He really looks good on film.
It's third down and a half dozen to Silver Creek. They've got a couple of first downs in this first half. Still trails 6-zip. And Black back to throw. Going to his second read. And Black squeezes up the sideline and lunges perhaps for a first down. He needed the 34. That was wonderful effort as we take another look. That play just elongated in nature.
Yeah, it was one of those Fran Tarkington-esque scrambles. Good thing he didn't go back too far, but I think they marked him where. Yeah, he's gonna. They stepped out at the 31. They're gonna have him mark him out. He looks like he stepped out right there at the 31.
So third down, make that to fourth down, and about 3.
Either they're gonna go for this or they're gonna try to draw him off.
Kilo Lee back. And now on the sideline is Kilo as Silver Creek's offense in tow with an I formation.
They're going to try to draw him off.
Well, this isn't your first rodeo.
Well, it's just a little too early for me to be going for it here, this far back in my own territory, down only 6-0. You punt the ball here, you play defense, and they've stymied Jeffersonville for the last couple of drives, and so you just trust your defense a little bit longer and let your offense really get into the game. You're again starting a new and different quarterback, and so let him get the feel. Just support him with the defense for right now.
If you'd like to get more information on our programming, feel free to email us at info@glycod.com. Glycod, positive professional broadcast, and some of the support kicked back to the participating teams. It's a real pleasure to stream this afternoon here. Jeff, thanks to all the great people here at Jeffersonville for making this possible. Athletic Director Larry Owens, also thanks to Fred Cowgill and David Callan as well in this first-class facility.
Yeah, I coached here until 2015, and when I left, it did not look like this. This is beautiful. It makes me want to come back to coaching over here.
So back to punt again will be Lee, and Jeff will send it's Cam Holloway back to the 41-yard line as Lee, a high flopper, end over end, is just going to roll out at the 41. Now they'll make it the 39.
And again, they're kicking, it's a flopper, but it was effective because they kicked it away from Cam Holloway, who's a really good returner, and you don't want him to get anywhere near the ball on that punt return.
Be 30-yard punt unofficially as Jeff offense back in tow. And you talked a little about who Jeff will not have today, and it's a key part of their defense. Trey Martin, and also a Charlestown transfer, and in 5 games he's got 3 interceptions.
Yeah, they really miss him back there. They're going to miss him, especially against the other teams in their schedule. They're going to throw just a little bit more than Silver Creek today.
So Martin with an injury, out today, perhaps longer, as it's 1st down and 10, and we're going to have some laundry.
You know, when you keep moving signal callers in and out, the snaps, apologize. The snap count is a little different with each quarterback, and so the timing is off just a touch.
So 1st down and 15.
Brings up a 1st and 15.
Chris, I would not be surprised to see Jeffersonville take a shot here. They've been kind of running the ball, kind of just trying to manage the game. I think they want to take a shot down the field here.
Well, they certainly got the personnel to do it. It's floated out, gathered by Jaden Berkeley. There's a penalty marker as Berkeley swerves his way down to the 45-yard line, but a flag back at the Jeff 33.
That's going to be a big one. That looks like a hold to me.
As indicated informally by the official.
It's going to make it 1st and 25. Wow. Again, but they're taking chances, throwing the little bubble screen. And Berkeley's been really featured today. He's been the featured guy.
He sure has.
I mean, I can see why. He's got good wiggle, good speed, catches the ball well.
This Jeff team, they look very promising. Certainly on offense, and a very sound defense as well.
Yeah, when they play with confidence, they look really, really nice and they're really impressive. You just got to maintain that confidence. So and again, we're at this point where we're back to kind of who's going to get the next momentum play, who's going to change the momentum of the game.
1st down and 30.
Another bad snap, but he's going to get out of it.
Well, he's going to try as Rico Wright up across the 35-yard line.
Yeah, just a desperation play there from the bad snap. He just grabbed it off the ground. And he ran as hard as he could. Made one nice move to defeat the defensive end and got a nice gain, about 12 yards.
He's 2nd down and 20. Down to the 28-yard line after 5-yard loss.
Yeah, right there, the Silver Creek, they just had a basic 4-man rush, but they did a great job in coverage, and Wright had nowhere to go with the ball, and he kind of got stuck in the pocket, and they got the sack. Nice coverage sack there by Silver Creek.
This Dragon front, they've done an admirable job here thus far in this game.
Just to note, Wheatley is back in the game at nose guard, so it must have just been a little bump on his. He got over it.
3rd down and 20. As right back to throw, trying to set something up. Across the 40, and that's Cam Holloway with a 1st down as Holloway all the way down near the 30-yard line on 3rd down and 20.
That was a great job. 76 was, again, in the play. The left tackle, that's Chance Johnson. A great block on the corner. He was hustling, flying out there, blocked the corner, and got Cam Holloway going. And once he gets going, Chris, he's pretty quick.
And that is a huge play in this game as Jeff was staring at 3rd down and 20.
I believe that's the longest play of the game so far.
And debilitating for a defense.
Yeah, that really had him pinned back, right? Had him pinned back, 3rd and 20.
Just over 9 minutes in this 2nd quarter. There's Jaden Kelly on the call, and Kelly fighting for extra yardage to the 28-yard line. That was Cullen Garlow on the stop.
Yeah, great job by Cullen Garlow sticking it right there. Chest, face mask, great tackle. Stopped Jaden Kelly right in his tracks. Great tackle.
So second down and long. Silver Creek will have possession to start the second half after winning the toss and deferring, so perhaps an opportunity to get some momentum going in to the meat of this game. Second down and long. Here comes the backside pressure. Right rolling and right tackled by Garlow just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ben Robertson was out there for Silver Creek, number 23. He did a great job getting underneath that hook route, and that's why you saw Rico Wright pull it down and run it, because he read the pass coverage. He read the route correctly, got right underneath it and took it away from Rico Wright.
Third down and 5. Red Devils converting on third down and 20 on the preceding third down play.
That was pretty exciting. Again, we have those ebbs and flows, right, Chris? We're having those big plays and then a lot of, grinding it out.
And some movement and a penalty. I'm not sure if that play actually occurred, as there was some movement and a flag. So 5-yard mark off on Jeff, and third down and 5 becomes third down and now 10.
Yeah, a little sloppy here as we get close to the red zone for Jeffersonville. Got to finish those off. Got to pay attention to all those details. Pay attention to your blocks and also the snap count, and really focus on finishing off the drive.
It'll be third and 10 from the 31.
Backside pressure and a big sack for Silver Creek.
That was immediate. That was a great job right there. His numbers 77 was Malcolm Montz. Montz inside. Apologize. Wrong roster. Apologize. It was Alex Sanchez did a great job. He did a little slant move in there, and he defeated the right guard, and he was in the backfield immediately. Great instant pressure by Silver Creek to get off the field.
Also looked like Ben Robertson involved there as well. So fourth down and 19, and Jeff going to send on their punting unit, Jaden Kelly, one more time, as Kelly tries to steer it inside the 10, and a wonderful kick and special teams play by the Red Devils.
That was really nice. It was a really nice job. He angled his body over there, and he put the ball right, and it kicked back right on the 10-yard line.
Be a net punt of 29 yards as the Red Devils will pin Silver Creek back inside their 15.
You know, and if I'm Coach Washington, I just want to keep doing that. If I can't score, I want to keep them as far away from the end zone as possible, because they've shown that they can get 2 or 3 first downs, but then they cannot keep going and moving the chains all the way down the field. It's hard to just do that. It's a long way to go.
First down and 10. There's Powell, and Powell plunging for a few hard-earned yards to the 20.
He is really natural. He has this nice little thing where he lets his leg go a little bit limp, and the tacklers just kind of slide off him. It's a talent there. But they're looking. Silver Creek is looking to hit him with a quick trap just to crease him and get him going out in the open field.
Gain of about 5 for Powell. And Altman gathers, and Altman weaves his way for a big Silver Creek first down across the 25-yard line.
Altman looked a little bit like Wes Welker there, didn't he? That was a nice little shake. He had a little shaky move there, a little bubble screen. They've handed the ball to Powell so many times that they're using him as a bait, as a decoy now, and they're going to throw it out to the receivers.
First down at 10 for Silver Creek from the 24 as Powell plunges for a couple inside, and Jeff defense anchored at the point of attack by Glory Shimanga and Monty Motts
Yeah, they're getting a lot of good push, but again, is it that consistent push? So they need it every play. And again, Silver Creek has some really good blocking schemes, but you're just sliding off just a little bit on those blocks. Got to stay on them, got to move your feet, got to finish the block.
Second down and 8. And Altman just shy of the 30 as Cam Black put that one on the money.
Yeah, he's really gotten comfortable. His last 3 or 4 throws have looked really nice. He's put him on the money. I can see why Coach Pappenhouse has a lot of confidence in him.
Well, and Altman is quite the security blanket. He's shown he's got good hands.
Yeah, he's really good. He's got a nice little shake. He ran a great route there. It was just a little hitch route, but again, he sold the deep route enough for the Jeffersonville defender to open up his shoulders, and then he sat down and caught a nice little hitch route.
Third down and 6 as Silver Creek tries to continue this drive. Nearing the 4:30 mark of the second quarter. Jeff by 6. Black back to throw. He's looking for Ward and Altman both unable to go to that pass.
Yeah, he kind of threw it right in the middle of the two of them, didn't he? That was a good idea, and I just like to see him pump, turn those shoulders and kind of pump to get the defenders to jump at it a little better. But again, here comes the punting unit, and you got to get it out of your end zone, and hopefully you can stop them here and create some momentum, like you said earlier, Chris, going into halftime.
So Keaton Lee, or rather Akilo Lee, back to punt. And some pre-snap movement. We're going to have a Jeffersonville timeout. We'll step aside. 30-second break. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Fourth down and 6 after the Jeffersonville timeout. Both teams now 2 timeouts remaining.
And again, Cam Holloway's back, so look for Silver Creek to kick away from him. We saw how explosive he was in the last drive when they threw it out to him on the screen, so there's no way Silver Creeks want any part of him touching the ball on this punt return.
Kilo Lee back at his 15-yard line. Jeff certainly controlling the time of possession and the offensive yardage in this game, but only leading by 6, and that punt perhaps partially blocked as it's going to roll into Jeff territory down at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that was it was really fortunate that they got that out. The way that their punt is designed is to release all of their tacklers up front and then hold on and kick it out quick, but the snap was a little bit slow in the rain, and they almost got it blocked there.
It's a 25-yard punt as Jeff's offense back at their 46-yard line.
Look for Jeffersonville to pump. They've been doing a lot of the side, the screens, the short screens, the quick screens, the bubble screens. Look for them to pump fake some of those and hit them with a pump and go to kind of get a quick strike.
Rigo Wright will be out there at quarterback. Dazier Hughes behind him as Jeff will have 3 targets, 2 of whom are to the near side with Holloway in the slot. And there's a quick handoff as Hughes plunges for a couple before that hole promptly closes.
That was Busem in there, number 47. He's been filling holes really well all day today. That was a big hit.
So second down and 8, and time perhaps becoming a factor as we slide under 4 minutes now in this first half.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a grind with some big plays back and forth on each side, a few big plays here and there, but who can be consistent enough to have 2 or 3 big plays that get them into the end zone?
3 receivers to the near side. Holloway again in the slot, and Berkeley this time will catch it out in the flat, and there's Jaden Berkeley lunging across the 45, going to be close to a first down.
Those green cleats were going fast, weren't they, Chris? Woo! That was when he accelerates, it is fun to watch.
Well, and the discipline by Wright, he took his time, made the easy completion, and there's Berkeley doing the rest.
Yeah, they were Silver Creek was close to knocking it down. It was out here. It was Lucas Ramirez out here on the end. He did a great job of almost knocking that down.
Well, we might have a penalty.
We have a hold in there.
That just now being identified, so that's going to negate a Berkeley catch and run.
Oh, we didn't see that flag. It was mixed in with the logo in the midfield. Oh, wow.
So that's going to take this drive all the way back now to the 37.
Personal foul, so it must have been hands to the face or a illegal cut block. A cut block is you have to go directly for the knees. You cannot come up at all.
So second down and 18 will be the end result. As Wright back to throw and too much air. Try to find Holloway, the near side target.
It's interesting. Both offenses are trying to throw the ball quick because they're having so much trouble with the defensive lines on each side. So these are quick throws, but they're having more success with the bubble and the quick screens rather than the hitch for Jeffersonville. Look for them again to go with a pump and go.
Jeff has already completed a 3rd and 20 earlier this, 3rd down and 18.
And again, that's the Silver Creek. You got to rally to the ball. When it's 3rd and 20 like it is now, you have to rally to the ball. Everybody's got to be hustling to get off the field.
Rico Wright tried to set it up, and that ball was deflected. That was Montez coming right up the middle.
And that was a great play. They've all had their hands up, and he did a good job, got his hand right on that ball, knocked it down. And again, here comes the punt team. Coach Washington's not going to take any chances. He's going to pin back Silver Creek as far as he can.
Montez has made several big plays tonight on defense.
Yeah, he's a disruptor in there. And again, Silver Creek, they're really athletic and action, and they're really quick inside with their hands.
4th down and 18. And a floating kick. It's going to chase Drake Altman back to the 25, and he is blown up for a loss. That was Rowan Middleton.
That was That was Rowan Middleton. What a great play! But also he timed it up, and we gotta coach if you're Silver Creek, you want your returner to wave his hand and say fair catch. That kick was like you said, Chris. It was floating high, so let's wave our hand, make sure we get the fair catch.
First down and 10. As Silver Creek tries to set something up, that's a screen pass that's caught at the 27-yard line. That was Powell that was taken down.
Yeah, just a little bit impatient there by Black with that screen. He's got to wait just a little bit longer and let the lineman get out in front of Powell there. And he really would have had something because Jeff was not – the Jeffersonville defensive line was flying up the field.
Having some technical problems with our score clock. We will try to get that remedied at halftime. The rain is continuing to drizzle down. That certainly had an impact on today's game from numerous perspectives. 2nd down and 9 for Silver Creek. Again, they will have the football to start the second half as well as Powell gets the handoff, and Powell tries to leak it outside, and the Dragons steered 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he's got to, in my opinion, he had to stick that up in there. The hole was in there. If you'd just taken off, it was a little bit of an awkward handoff between him and Black. If he just squirts it up the middle, it really looked nice going through the inside there. And again, like you said, Chris, they're in no hurry to give the ball back to Jeffersonville because they know they get the ball to start the second half.
Well, and Jeff still has a couple of timeouts.
I'm kind of surprised they're not using them, really. To be honest, it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and almost 9.
From the Silver Creek 28. I think both teams have some instruction points to relay at halftime, and now we have a Dragon timeout. We will keep things here with just over a minute left in this first half.
When you look at this first half so far, Chris, you're looking at something. Both teams are really grinding. They're both being affected by the weather. High school kids aren't used to playing on Saturday, so that's another hurdle that they're having to overcome. Now that we're in the game, you saw the intensity has picked up, and now both teams are fighting hard to make it, to get the win. But at the same time, both coaches are. You can see clearly by not using the timeouts that they really want to get back into the locker room, make their adjustments, and then come out in the second half.
Well, and this game is certainly not a conference game for either team, but certainly a lot of bragging rights right here in Clark County, and two teams that have had solid pieces to their year that they're trying to really make a run into the postseason.
Well, yeah, and for Silver Creek, they want to make this transition with the quarterback from Ward to Black, and they want this to be a smooth transition so that they can have success later on in their season.
3rd down and long. Again, Jeff, still 2 timeouts. We'll see what they elect to do here. And Black's going to roll out, and Black finally gives way back at the 10-yard line. A Jeff sack by K.T. Thompson.
Yeah, you mentioned him earlier. That coach was really impressed with him. That was an unbelievable blitz. He knifed right through there. Silver Creek never saw him coming, and he made a great tackle. Never gave Black a chance to throw the ball. When Jeffersonville is playing hard and aggressive, they flash. They look great they flash. They really pop. It's those in between those great plays or some low effort plays that they really need to clean up. And if they can get that effort up to the top maximum level each time, they're really going to be pretty good.
It's Thompson's 2nd tackle for a loss on the year. And a loss. I say he lost 16 yards back to the 20.
Yeah, I think they marked his forward progress down. Yeah, right there, 2021 somewhere. But, again, that's that confidence thing, right, Chris? They Coach Washington, and you talked to Coach Pappenhouse about Jeffersonville not having a lot of recent success. Coach Pappenhouse mentioned that in the pregame comments. But now you're trying to build that confidence, and that confidence is how you get to play with more confidence and more consistency.
Kilo Lee back out there again for Silver Creek as the Dragons try to get this one out. And Lee does. A high arcer. Going to steer out well shy of the 45-yard line, but again, it avoids Cam Holloway, and the Red Devils will have it around the Dragon 40.
Yeah, it was a much better snap that time for the Dragons, and much better execution on their punt return or their punt team. But again, the rainy weather is limiting the kicking game, and it looks like they're going to give them the ball here at the 36. That is good field position with 45 seconds left.
So again, Jeff, 2 timeouts at the Silver Creek 36-yard line. Braylon Gray, 38-yard touchdown reception, the lone score thus far in this game. As Rico Wright back to throw, and he's going to dump it to the far sideline. Caught just shy of the 30. We've got, I believe, a Jeff injury as well after the reception on the far sideline.
That was Holloway over there on that sideline with the reception.
We will take a quick timeout. 6-0 Jeffersonville. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Got a Jeff student athlete injured, and the reception over there by a Cam Holloway. Gain of about 6 yards as the Jeff student athlete down right around the 40. Didn't really get a good glimpse of what happened there.
I didn't either. He was kind of it didn't look like he was feeling real good. Maybe an ankle there. Don't want to speculate, though.
That's going to be center Gavin Hankins. Gavin, 5'10", 270-pound junior.
Yeah, and you hate to see you lose in the center at this point in the game. So they're going to have to go to their backup center. But fortunately, they have a few seconds to get a few snaps in, and Holloway did get out of bounds. They did wave their arm, so the clock will only start on the snap.
Try to get a number on the new Jeff center, and this is a big sequence certainly in this game. It's 2nd down and 4.
Looks to be 77, Malcolm Wants.
Here's Rico Wright on 2nd down and short, back to throw. Wright rolling, and Wright brought down from behind.
Great job there. Again, number 82 is Adrian Montz for Silver Creek. Great job. And Rico Wright barely tucked that ball away just in time, because Adrian Montz was coming he was going to do the Lawrence Taylor tomahawk chop to create that fumble. Great job by Silver Creek in creating pressure.
And what a great analogy, because that's exactly what he was trying to emulate.
Well, sure, and they're taught, the times have changed where, only a few people know how to do that. Everybody's taught that every day in practice. And, Rico Wright knows that as a quarterback, that somebody's coming for the ball. So he tucked it when he felt the pressure, just barely got it tucked away.
So, Jeff, still 1 timeout left. They're at their opponent's 31-yard line. It's 3rd down and 5. Max Schoonover yet to attempt a field goal on the season. What are the play call thoughts that Coach Washington's having?
Well, they've had a lot of success getting the ball to their receivers with quick passes and quick bubble screens. So, to me, I think you're going to try the bubble screen again. They're going to probably go to Jaden Berkeley. He's been the best player today for Jeffersonville. The touchdown pass aside, he's been the most consistent receiver that they've had. And I look for them to go to number 6 here in the green cleats, because he's got the 2 blockers outside, and they've had a lot of success with this trips formation, catching the bubble screen.
3rd down and 5 as Jeff from the Silver Creek 31-yard line. Going to be a very interesting second half as the Red Devils and Dragons in a tight one. Right back to throw, and he's going to chuck it out. And now it's 4th down and 5.
Well, and you're not going to lose much. Obviously, they're not going to punt here. And you said that the kicker has not attempted a field goal, so they're definitely going to go for this.
Well, and you've got enough time here to still got 1 timeout left, almost an open playbook here on 4th down.
Well, yeah, you can do anything you want because, like you said, you have the timeout. But you want Rico Wright to have a lot more confidence in the pocket right now.
Ball lined up on the near hash. Holloway, their go-to guys in the slot. And Holloway is the intended target, and that ball is intercepted. Intercepted by Silver Creek in the end zone. Trayton Lee.
He's been all over the place. He made the first interception down here earlier. That's 2 for him today. Tell you what, he's doing a great job playing textbook coverage. I don't know why I question the Hail Mary attempt there. There are a lot of other plays, like you said, Chris. With the timeout, you could have run a lot of different plays with more confidence than just giving the ball up like that.
So Silver Creek, perhaps a knee and a trot into dry conditions here.
Yeah, I think they all want to grab a towel, maybe dry off a little bit for the second half.
Again, the Dragons will have the football to start the second half. Jeff -2 on turnovers. Check that -1 on turnovers. We've had 3 in this game. And it's 1st down and 10 Creek from their 20. And Powell, that's a Con
with, yeah.
For a couple.
No sense in taking a knee when you could maybe pop one. I see where Coach Pappenhaus is going with that.
And that's going to take us to the half. Should be an interesting second half. Jeffersonville leads Silver Creek 6-0. We'll step aside, more coverage in just a moment. Thanks for watching us this afternoon from Jeffersonville High School. This is Glycott.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about
out.
to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
A tight one at Jeffersonville High School. Red Devils lead Silver Creek 6-0. Chris LeBar along with former male Bulldog Kellen Barnes. And Jeff certainly appears to be the more prolific, the better team, but Silver Creek has made some plays to stay in this game.
Yeah, Silver Creek is fighting hard. They're playing really hard each snap of the game, and they're forcing Jeffersonville to do some things that they don't want to do. They've taken the running game away from Jeffersonville, and Jeffersonville cannot get the ball down the field anymore. And so they're having to go left, outside with the quick bubble screens. And it's effective, but then they're not consistent enough to finish the drive off.
And turnovers and penalties both have had significant issues in this game.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to have a significant issue in this game. And look for something like the penalty or the turnover to happen on a special teams play. And that's really when we're going to see the momentum play. So what momentum play is going to happen? Who's going to break the first long run? Who's going to break, who's going to have the tackle in the backfield that causes the fumble? What's going to happen in the second half that is going to change this game and create some momentum for one team or another?
How would you assess Jeffersonville's offense? How would you grade their first half?
I would call it a C+. I think they're inconsistent. I think that they have some really nice pieces, and they need to continue to get those pieces the ball, especially today. Number 6 is Jalen Berkeley, has had a really nice game today. They've been featuring him almost as their number one running back, receiver kind of player, and he's been a really nice part of the game. But everyone else, there's been a lot of inconsistency up front, and Rico Wright has been inconsistent in the passing game. I'd like to see him be more confident in the pocket.
So Silver Creek down 6-0 at half, and from their standpoint, we've seen a couple of nice bursts by running back Jamari Powell, and then defensively, Adrian Montez has been all over the field.
Yeah, Montez has been a player. He's been maybe the best player on the field today for both teams. But the front, who's going to win that battle between the fronts, whether it be Jeffersonville's offensive line and Silver Creek's defensive line or vice versa, but who's going to win that battle and be able to run the ball? And, as Silver Creek, when we look at Silver Creek, they're only down 6-0. A touchdown and an extra point, and they're ahead. They're just looking for that one little crease to get Powell loose, and he'll hit it to the house. He'll take it there.
Only one scoring play in this game. It occurred early in the first quarter. Jeff's Braylon Gray 38-yard touchdown reception. The ensuing point after was blocked, and that's the lone score thus far as Jeff at the half leads Silver Creek 6-0. We'll step aside. More coverage in just a moment. Thanks for watching us again on Glycod.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Halftime at Jeff, Red Devils on top of Silver Creek. 6-0. Kellen, a couple of adjustments. You've certainly been on the sidelines in many similar situations. A couple of small tweaks for each team.
Yeah, Silver Creek has had a lot of success kind of going in and out of the power I. I think I might stay in that power I just a little bit more and then split out one of the Keaton Ward and let him really work one-on-one with the defensive back and then make Jeffersonville either overplay that or overplay the run and see if they can get some offenses going that way. For Jeffersonville on the offensive side, I'm only talking about offense because the defenses have played really well. They don't need to make too many adjustments, but they need to be ready for Jeffersonville to keep going to the bubble screens and the quick screens. However, I think, a pump and a go or maybe a reverse, it's just something that's not, a simple catch and a throw. something that takes just a few, maybe a little trick play here or there, something to get the momentum and the energy back in the sideline for Jeffersonville.
Well, and we've not seen the Silver Creek trick plays. We thought we might, and there's still 2 quarters to play. You have to keep that in the back of your head as well.
Yeah, Coach Pappenhouse is clearly playing a lot more conservative game plan, especially because of the weather and because of the position of the injuries that he has, and so the new players that he has. I think he's trying to keep it conservative so his team can remain confident, and he has a lot of faith in his defense, which he should because they're playing well.
We will step aside. More coverage in just a moment. Halftime at Jeffersonville. Red Devils lead Silver Creek 6-0. We'll step aside. More right after this.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
And we're back live as we welcome you back to Jeffersonville High School. More high school football coming up next week. It'll be week 7. We'll have a steady diet of games in Kentucky, headlined by that big male Frederick Douglass game in Lexington. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back live with more high school football here in Southern Indiana. Jeff leads Silver Creek 6-0, second half, right after this from Glycod.
Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever. The Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Jeff and Silver Creek still in halftime. Red Devils on top of the Silver Creek Dragons 6-0. Chris LeBar along with Kellen Barnes. earlier this afternoon. It was Floyd Central falling to Columbus East. Columbus East, now they've won 4 in a row, and to overtake Floyd Central as the only undefeated team in the Hoosier Hills Conference. And that Columbus East team strong again this season.
Not an unusual place for them at the top of the standings. I'm sure they ran the ball well. They've always been really well coached. They probably have a lot of really nice players, and they probably executed their game plan flawlessly. That was my memory from them over and over and over again.
Yeah, Coach Gaddis no longer there. They've got Coach a new assistant there, or a former assistant in his 4th season there, but Columbus East with a big win today. And that bodes well for Jeff, because Jeff lost to Floyd Central, but Jeff has some big games coming up here at the second half of the year.
Yeah, they really look like they're bouncing back pretty well from that Floyd Central. That was, like Coach Washington said in the pregame, that was a misstep. They got a little bit too overconfident, and they thought they could do more things than they could. And Floyd Central brought them down to earth, and they look like they're kind of bouncing back. They're playing with more energy today. And, again, we're looking for that. Both teams coming off a loss here. Who is going to bounce back? Who's going to have that energy here in the second half to make a big play? Make that big play. Pick up that fumble. Run it back in. Anything to get your team going in the right direction.
Take a look at the Jeff schedule here. Jeff will have another Saturday game next week versus New Albany. That'll be an interesting game. That'll be a noon game, I believe, next Saturday. And then they will take on Columbus East in 2 weeks.
So, yeah, next week's the big rivalry over here in southern Indiana, as they say, the sunny side of the river. But, it's a big rivalry. I was a part of it for 6 years. It matches anything that you can see in Louisville and in Jefferson County. It's really important to Jeffersonville and to New Albany, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of, but also pretty intense.
Bulldogs lost today at Bloomington North, so New Albany coming into this game off a couple of losses, having lost to Columbus East last week. So one more break in the halftime, and the second half on the other side. Jeff leading Silver Creek 6-0. We'll step aside. More coverage in just a moment.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Going to be Silver Creek football as we welcome you back. Dragons trailing Jeff 6-0.
Yeah, it's just drizzly enough. It's just we're getting back from halftime. It's just about time for Silver Creek to pull out that trick play. To me, if I was in this situation, this is where I pull my trick play, right here at the beginning of the second half. Whatever my best one is that I have the most confidence in is the one I'm going to run on first, maybe second down.
Well, and several things to be cleaned up for both teams, as the Red Devils certainly leading in time of possession, and they've moved the ball at will up and down the field, but when they've gotten in tight is when they've struggled a bit.
Well, and that's when you have to be at your best. You have to execute. You have to think about the details, and that's when you have to execute at that quick, fast level. The last time Jeffersonville kicked off, we had an onside kick. I would really implore them to kick it deep and pin Silver Creek back as far as they can.
Yeah, the Dragons' offense certainly hasn't shown the propensity to have one of those 85-yard drives.
Well, yeah, and it would be one of those chain movers, right, Chris, where we're doing 5, 6, 7, and it would take the whole quarter for them to get in there, and that's why you want to pin them all the way back, because they haven't shown the ability to get behind the Jeffersonville defense with any of their receivers.
Drake Oltman back along with Elliot Lanehart for Silver Creek. As Jeff 3-2 on the season. Silver Creek also at 3-2. Looks like the rain perhaps almost
lightening up just a little
tapered
bit.
Off a tad.
It's not hitting the bleachers quite as hard right in front of us.
And Schoonover pounds it, and it will be returned by Drake Altman, and Altman shifts his way across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good kick there. You could really hear the thud from the kick of the ball there. That was a nice kick.
So Cam Black back at quarterback for Silver Creek. How do you feel like he played in the first half?
You know, he was really pretty good for being the backup. You could tell he was the backup in the first couple of series, and then he got comfortable, and you saw him make some really nice throws. And you can see why Coach Pappenhouse has confidence. He's got a really strong arm, and he makes quick decisions. But you know, he's been under a lot of pressure. He's handled it pretty well.
Jamari Powell is in the backfield. Powell gotten the lion's share of the work on the ground for Silver Creek. He'll get another carry, and Powell to the short side before he darts and twists for about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice job there. He kept his legs driving, and that's, again, Jeffersonville, you got to finish that tackle. You got to work together as a team. You can't be knocking each other off the pile. You got to join in, hug the pile up, and move the pile backward. Great run, though. Outstanding run.
He's a nice-looking player.
Yeah, he's got that dead leg thing that I talked about in the first half where kids hit him in the leg and they just kind of slide off, and you can't make solid contact on him. It's a special gift that only a couple of them get.
Gain of about 7. Powell's longest run from scrimmage, 14 yards in the first half. And it's second down and short. Powell needs 3, and Powell dragging tacklers, and that should net a first down.
Yeah, again, a nice job by that left side up there. They're hiding that fullback behind there. They used to call him the old sniff fullback. We won't get into why, but they called him the sniff fullback because he was uptight, and he's in there. That's a nice job. He's getting on the linebackers quickly, and they're in the shotgun, which is giving Powell enough time to see the hole and kind of create back there.
So Powell back-to-back carries, and Silver Creek now at the 34-yard line.
Coach Pappenhouse staying with it.
Powell this time to the right, reverses footing, and dropped for perhaps no gain.
Shimanga there. Shimanga had just shed that block. He made a nice play on the cutback. He had just shed the block to run behind him, and he if Powell had just waited a half second longer to cut it back, he may have found some real open daylight.
Loss of 1, so second down and 11, and Powell getting a lot of work. 3 straight totes to start this second half.
I mean, you'd give him the ball when he looks really good running it. So if he can take 25 or 30 carries, I would give it to him today 25 or 30 times.
Drake Altman, top of your screen. He is perhaps Silver Creek's top receiver on the year. Now Altman in motion. Altman a decoy as Black rolls on the bootleg, and Black slung to the ground and sacked.
That's gonna
after
be
a flag.
That's that horse collar. He grabbed him by the horse collar and threw him down. Great play on defense, but that was kind of like their trick play. That was kind of like their counter off of what they've been doing. I didn't know if they were quite ready for that counter. I thought they were gonna really hand it off on the jet sweep, but again, unfortunate for Jeffersonville that they're gonna give up this first down with the 15-yard penalty and the horse collar.
That was Ray Laird. Yeah. Going to be whistled.
You just get so excited when you get back there in the backfield. You want to grab anything you can, and you got to be careful. You got to be conscious of that horse collar.
So add 15, and Silver Creek, they're going to need some of those to move the ball down the field, and they just picked up 15 yards.
Big chunk right there. That's a really nice chunk. And again, you know, you don't even have to get him on the ground. You just have to stop his forward a minute, and the referees will blow the whistle. So, you know, again, getting that excited to get him on the ground, and you can't blame the kid for hustling and trying his heart out.
First down and 10 up to the 31-yard line.
Excuse me, they did not get a first down, so it's going to be 2nd and 9.
So the penalty moves it to the 31. That bobbled and finally scooped up by Black, and Black lunges. Picked up about 7 yards up to the 41 or 2-yard line.
You know, sometimes when the quarterback drops a snap like that, it messes everybody's timing up on offense and defense. I don't know if you noticed that, but there's a giant hole in the left side. They're running exclusively away from Shimanga, and they're trying to run off tackle. But that left side of the offensive line is doing a great job for Silver Creek. They opened up a huge hole there. and Black just got in behind Powell, and they made a nice gain out of it.
So 3rd down and short after perhaps a catastrophe on the bobbled snap. Powell needs 3, and there's Powell dragging tacklers for an apparent 1st down.
I think he's going to be just a little bit short. They're marking him about a half a yard short. I would look for Silver Creek to maybe really think about going for this.
It might be a situation, get Gene Steratore on the line because challenge that spot.
The reason I say that is because you can see Jeffersonville's defense is just at the peak. They're just starting to get a little bit tired, a little huffy-puffy up there. You might push them over the edge here with a 1st down.
4th down and, oh my, a bobbled snap. Powell going to need to get a hard-earned yard, and he'll fall down back at the 32-yard line.
And you got to wonder why they didn't stay in that pistol formation. They've had so much success out of it, but, you know, like center exchange we talked about at the beginning. When is the weather going to come in? When is somebody going to make that mistake? And unfortunately for Silver Creek, this is the one. I look for Jeffersonville to take a shot here. This is a shot time, big-time deep shot.
So a drive that started so promising for the Dragons results in a turnover on downs. And Jeff offense from the Silver Creek 34, and dare I say perhaps a little clearing.
It looks a little lighter.
A little lighter. Is this Red Devil offense back to work?
Yeah, you know, and again, like I said, a shot here, or maybe just, you know, they're in the wishbone again, which you still have a shot out there to Holloway. You get number 5 out there on the left. That's a good person to take a shot with.
Rico Wright under center, and there is a hand at the 33-yard line.
Berkeley's so easy to see with those green cleats.
Yeah, Jaden Berkeley, the tote.
He has been, like we talked about at halftime, though, he's been the best player for them with the ball in his hands.
Well, and it started for him on the opening kickoff, the lengthy return.
Yeah, he's been the show today, and he really has. He's lived up to it. He's been up for the game.
Berkeley with a lot of prior success against Silver Creek after transferring or having transferred from Charlestown. 2nd down and 9. And there's Berkeley trying to get around the edge. And great pursuit by that Silver Creek front.
Coach Pappenhouse has them. They're really well coached. They all kept their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage when they run, which is outstanding coaching and outstanding execution by them. When you keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage when you're pursuing a sweep, it makes it so hard to cut back because there's nowhere to cut back to that they can't tackle you with a square chest.
3rd down and 9, so no gain.
You know, and Silver Creek's done a great job of forcing Jeffersonville to do what you think they want to do, which is throw. But then they've gotten such great pressure on Rico Wright that he can't really sit in the pocket and pick them apart.
Jeff Ball from the Dragon 37-yard line. Rico Wright in the shotgun. Rico rolling. And he's going to sling it, and that ball's gathered and caught by Robert Tucker. And Tucker with the turn of foot as Tucker tripped up at the 17-yard line and a gain of 20.
There's your adjustment, Chris. They did a little sprint out pass to get him away from all the pressure. And so when Silver Creek was forced to move with the sprint out, they couldn't catch up. They got outflanked. Great throw there on the run by Rico Wright. Robert Tucker with a great cutback and turn up.
That's Tucker's 2nd catch of the evening, and that is a big 3rd down completion for Jeff inside the Dragon red zone.
You know, and Coach Washington knows where he is. Now, look, based on that kickoff, we know that the kicker can probably make this field goal if he has enough faith in him to let him try. So Coach Washington is trying to control the clock here, like he said in the pregame comments, and maybe just get a 2-score lead.
Gain of a couple, 2nd down and about 7. Under 6 minutes in this 3rd quarter as Rico Wright dumps it out, and Cam Holloway could not hang on.
He had vision for the end zone. He thought he was going to walk right in there, and he just turned right before he caught it. Just right before he caught it. You see it so many times. The receiver just turns right before he catches it, and he drops it every time.
So that'll stop the clock at 5:51. And Jeff staring at 3rd down and 7.
Look for them to go back to that trips formation where you had Berkeley on the inside and they were running that little bubble screen. That's where they had a lot of their first half success was with that. They're going to be out here. Yes, it's going to be a 2-by-2 formation. But, again, you're going to look for Berkeley here. I bet he's looking for number 6.
It's Dazier Hughes that got the tote, and Hughes going to be well short on 3rd down and 7.
That tells me one of two things. Either Coach Washington, yep, he's going to kick here. He's just playing conservative. He didn't want to make a mistake, and now he's going to try to take that 2-score lead we talked about just a minute ago.
Well, this is not a gimme field goal, 32-yard field goal. And you've got a lot of conditions at play.
A lot of conditions, and hopefully they worked with that right wing back. But Brady Anderson sure does have the leg for, excuse me, apologize.
It's Max Schoonover.
Schoonover, apologize. He definitely does have the leg for it. We saw that on the kickoff.
Braylon Gray will hold. Trying to make it a 2-score game. Max Schoonover, his first field goal of the year. And that's very well done, young man.
Great job. He has plenty of leg for that.
9-0 Jeffersonville. We will step aside. More coverage in just a moment. You're watching high school football on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Max Schoonover, 32-yard field goal as Jeff makes it a 2-score lead, 9-0.
Yeah, that was an important deal, score there for Jeffersonville, because that gives them that all-important 2-score lead. It's going to make it really difficult on Silver Creek with the way they've been moving the football today.
Well, that was a great snap, great hold as well.
And they definitely got that right wing back fixed because there's nobody in the backfield to block it.
See what Silver Creek can do here. Schoonover right through Drake Altman, and Altman will gobble it up back inside his 10. And he will take it up now to about the 17-yard line for the Silver Creek offense.
Yeah, now you're really looking for Cam Black to do some things that he may not be comfortable doing. You're going to force Silver Creek. Jeffersonville is now forcing Silver Creek to get away from that running game and really try to start passing the ball a little bit more to kind of move the ball down the field in bigger chunks.
Dragons 2-0 on the road coming into this game.
And they look comfortable. They don't look like they're out of sorts or anything like that. They got to get going here a little bit.
Well, they're missing some key production. But this has been a game and gallon effort thus far. There's Sam Kahn trying to get the edge, and Kahn slung down for a loss. That was Bryce Grant coming around from the corner.
Yeah, he did a great job of defeating the stock block out here by the receiver, and he helped set the edge, and the running back at Kahn had nowhere to go.
With loss of one. Excuse me, go ahead.
I was going to say, with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter, you kind of want to pick up the pace just a little bit if you're Silver Creek.
Dragons backed up inside their 15-yard line. There's Jamari Powell. And Powell, Nogay trying to run behind Walker Hoffman, also Alex Haynes on that left side.
Well, and Jeffersonville's caught on to them going left. They slanted left that time, and they blitzed. They kind of did what's called an over or an under, which is the whole defense kind of slants to the right or to the left, and they kind of caught them there. They guessed right, but it was a good guess based on the way they've been running the whole third quarter.
It's 3rd down, 13. Dragons going the wrong way here on this critical drive.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Pappenhouse, I think he's probably going to be pretty conservative here so that he doesn't give up anything major like an interception or a turnover.
We'll have it from their 14-yard line. Trying to avoid a potential 3-and-out. As Cam Black going to roll, and he's going to chuck it, looking for, is that ball caught at the near sideline? It is a wonderful catch by Drake Altman.
Wow, what a catch. What a catch. Good ball, but way, way, way better catch. Unbelievable. And that's the big chunk play that Silver Creek needed. Now let's see if that gives them some confidence to keep moving the ball down the field.
into double coverage, and Oltmann is only 5'9". It's not like he's 6'5", but wonderful athleticism on a key third down.
Yeah, that was that want to. That's just that desire to catch the ball and make a play for your team.
That may be the play of the game thus far for Silver Creek. There's Jamari Powell on the barrel, and Powell withstands a hard hit after about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Kahn and Powell have been switching back and forth, and that was a big hit there. Again, Killian Underwood's that rover back that's been moving back and forth, and he had a big hit there on Kahn. The hole was there, but the running backs just have to get through it. And you can see Silver Creek is picking up the pace here. They're getting in and out of the huddle much more quickly.
There's Kahn, alone back, and the Dragons move.
Yeah, Jamari Powell's not used to blocking probably that much. So he's probably trying to get that play over so he can block and get back there and take some more handoffs.
Yeah, it'd be a 5-yard mark off. So about second down and 12 now.
And to Silver Creek's credit, they've played they played aggressive when they need to be aggressive, and Coach Pappenhouse has kind of guided them through this to keep them in the game. 9-0 is not insurmountable at this point, but you do need to probably try to get some points on this drive. So look for them to be going on 4th down from here on out.
Second down and 11. Inside handoff.
That was Powell there. He was determined to get those 5 yards that he cost his team back, and he's ferocious in running there. Very determined run for him.
Big third down and 8 as the Dragons have possession under 2 minutes in this third quarter. Lone scores, 38-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter by Jeff Spraylin Gray. Just a few moments ago, the Red Devils' Max Schoonover knocked in a 32-yard field goal. This is Silver Creek's response here in the remnants of this third quarter. And Black is back to throw, right to the stick. First down, a wonderful catch and a great throw by Black. And it's caught again, this by Montez.
That was an unbelievable throw. He stepped into that one. He really drilled that one in there. Great route by Montez. He got the Jeffersonville Red Devils defensive back to open his shoulders, and when he opened his shoulders, he slipped and fell down, and he was wide open. Great throw, great catch, good execution.
So the Dragons' consecutive third down conversions.
Yeah, he really spun that one. That was really nice.
And they've not been in Red Devil territory for quite a while, as they take it now at the Jeff 44-yard line.
Back to the power game.
Powell, the up man. Kahn gets the call, and Sam Kahn chugging forward. We'll take it up to about the 42-yard line.
Now, look for Coach Pappenhouse to go to that formation, then sneak Keaton Ward out here one-on-one with one of the Jeffersonville defensive backs. And he's going to pick his time, and they're going to play action, and they're going to throw it deep to Keaton Ward at some point. It may be this play, it may be the next, but at some point in the second half, he's going to sneak his best athlete that he's just moved to receiver and throw it deep to him.
Ward was the intended target on the early interception and really hasn't gotten too many looks since.
No, we haven't seen him. But again, a lot of pressure up front. A lot of pressure, not a whole lot of time in the first half for Black.
Kahn on 2nd and 8, and Kahn trying to dart to the left. He should have gone straight forward, and he's only going to pick up a couple yards.
You saw it, too. You saw the big hole right in there in the middle. If he just puts his head down and goes straight through it, he probably runs through that tackler, and then he's got a first down, maybe even a little bit more. There's a big hole in the inside.
So now a key third down again. Third down and about 5 after a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, there's a timeout here.
Well, that's the final play of the third quarter.
Yeah. Man, it went quick, didn't it?
Sure did. We will step aside. 3 quarters in the books. Jeff on top of Silver Creek 9-0. Dragons with a critical third down. Be right back after this from Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana.
And back to live action here. First play of the fourth quarter. That's Powell on 3rd down and 5. And Silver Creek picks up a critical 3rd down.
Which way did he go? They went left. They went left, and he bounced it out. That was the best. That was a good bounce because he kept going forward in the bounce. He didn't start running sideways. Great run there by Powell again. Great job by the left side of the line. Again, clearing out space for them. They're really taking advantage of number 53 for Jeffersonville. It is Caden Anders. He's been under attack. A lot of double teams on number 53 on the end over there.
3 straight 3rd down pickups for Silver Creek as they try to get a score on the board. Powell, perhaps the same play call as he's twisted and turned for a loss of a couple.
And like we talked about before, Jeffersonville is onto it. They're slanting up front, but it's if the slant can get there in time, or if Silver Creek can cut off that slant and get the bounce out.
Loss of 4 officially as Dragons now back at the Jeff 34-yard line.
Well, they put Ray Laird over there, and that'll make a difference. He's a heck of a ball player, number 7 for Jeffersonville.
Now you got a one-back set with Powell. He's been the hot hand for much of the night. He'll get it again on 2nd and long, and Powell, a gaping hole, tripped up at about the 25-yard line.
That was number 4 for Jeffersonville with the trip up. That was Luke Church. Luke Church with a desperation shoestring tackle there, or Powell would have been walking into the end zone. Big hole right in the middle.
So 3rd down and a key 5 yards. As Silver Creek again picking up a must 3rd down, and a bobbled snap, and Black scoops it up back at the 38-yard line.
The center shot that one low and left. Nothing worse than a low and left snap when you're going right. They're going to go. There's the same play call as the play before, and now they got to go for it territory.
At the most inopportune time, Silver Creek has really struggled on the center quarterback exchange, and now we have an injured student-athlete down at the 37-yard line. We'll take a pause. 4th and 14 for the Dragons. Back in 30 seconds from Glycott.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Silver Creek up against it here after the poor snap, really a inopportune time.
Well, that's the second time on a critical 3rd or 4th down that Silver Creek's had a bad snap between the quarterback and the center. Just you got to really focus. Those are the times when you really, really, really got to focus.
Well, that's the quarterback, Cam Black. Wow. So you wonder here on 4th down and long, perhaps it's Keaton Ward that goes back to take a snap here on what is a critical offensive play.
Yeah, the most successful play they've had so far today was when they sprinted out and they threw the deep pass to that they caught right here at midfield. And so look for them to sprint out again or move the pocket, or even their trick play.
We got Ethan Caldwell out there in the backfield.
It is Ward.
So Keaton Ward back for Silver Creek on 4th down at 14. And Ward up in the pocket, and he is slung down, and that is a sack for Jeffersonville. That's Caden Anders.
That was a really nice play. he folded under, Andrews just folded under there. He had a nice rush up the outside, and he folded under, made the play, because if he didn't, Ward was probably going to scramble for that first down. But again, you had another snap, another poor snap there, slow and low.
Turnover on downs again.
Yeah, they're getting close. That was their best. Obviously, that was their best drive of the game that we just watched. But they're getting closer. And Jeffersonville's defense is getting a little bit tired. They've been out there for quite a bit in the second half.
Well, and I think as Coach Pappenhouse scrutinizes game film and his staff this week, they'll look back at this. It's some missed opportunities because they had some potential here on some offensive drives.
For sure, but also be proud of the kids how hard they're fighting on defense against high, big odds.
Rico Wright, he's played about 85% of the snaps on offense, and he'll be back at quarterback.
Yeah,
and that's Kelly twisting and turning just shy of the 40.
Coach Washington's going to be real conservative here. He's got a 2-score lead. He's not going to do anything silly, and there's no reason to put the ball in the air. He's going to turn around and hand it to Kelly. Kelly's been a good performer on offense as well. He just hasn't got as many touches as Berkeley today.
In this Jeff offense, they run the ball just enough, I think, to keep a defense honest.
Well, and if you look at the conditions today in the game and what they had to do to win or to be in the game, you needed to run the ball a little bit more to be successful.
Gain of about 5 for Kelly. As the Red Devils patient here nearing the 9-minute mark, and Kelly slung for perhaps no gain.
Well, again, that's Alex Haynes and Busem and the boys. They're hitting. I mean, they are hitting, and they are not staying on blocks very long. And that's the other problem with Jeff trying to run the ball is that they can't stay on the blocks for long enough to create any big seams.
Big third down here looming for the Red Devils from their 40. And one hop incompletion, try to find Cam Holloway.
That one looked like it got knocked down. That one looked real wobbly, like somebody got a hand on it. But again, we stopped the clock here, right, Chris? And there's no reason for that. If you're Coach Washington, you just kind of want to turn around, hand it off, and keep that clock moving. 8:38 left, 2-score lead. You don't want to give them any life.
Yeah, worst case, perhaps have Silver Creek burn a timeout or something to get more time back on the clock. As Jaden Kelly will punt. That is a high and short kick. It's off to the left, and it's going to bounce and trickle inside the Dragon 40.
They'll have good field position. What can they do something with it? They need a quick strike here. They do need to see if they can find a quick strike somewhere in their offense.
A 21-yard punt. Take a look at Silver Creek's upcoming schedule. We showed you Jeff's docket. The Dragons with a couple of home games in the next 3 weeks. Brownstown Central game, always a very difficult chore for whomever plays BCHS. That game, the senior night there at Sellersburg on October 11.
Yeah, Brownstown is that's a tough deal for senior night.
The first down and 10 for Silver Creek, and we'll see if quarterback Cam Black is able to return.
He is.
It is Black. As Cam Black in the gun finds Jamari Powell, and Powell up to about the 43.
Yeah, with the way they're doing this, they're gonna have to go and he's pushed them. See, you can see Cam Black say, good job, but we got to go. Because you need 2 scores in 8 minutes. With this plan, it's gonna have to go a lot quicker.
And perhaps an onside kick.
Onside kick
in there as well.
I can guarantee you, Coach Washington had him a whole 10 minutes of practice for onside kick coverage.
Second down and 7. Silver Creek marches from their 43. Black, good protection, and Black's looking for a target down the far sideline, and Oltman tried to come back and make a play.
There was our shot we talked about with that play action. They had a nice post-wheel combination. You just hope that your post would get farther in to the middle of the field to drag that coverage away from Altman. Altman's a good receiver, good little player.
Yeah, that one grab he made in this half was sensational into double coverage, able to bring that ball down at the peak of his leap.
He had 2 really nice plays in double coverage. The touchdown pass for Jeff, and again, Altman over here with the play into double coverage.
The third down and 7. Silver Creek, 3 of their last 3 on third downs. And Black tries to set up a slant, and that ball is nearly caught but it's incomplete. I think it bobbled off of Montez.
They may not have. He threw kind of in between the two of them, and if the Montez would have caught that, there was no one out there, because the Jeff defender went for the interception and he missed, and that would have been a touchdown for Silver Creek.
Now that might have been. It's very difficult to see. I believe that was Montez. Maybe Steve Bird can take another look at that and let us know who exactly was the intended target there. 4th down and 7.
Again, Silver Creek here. We do not want to give Cam Holloway a chance to return this. They won't.
Kilo Lee, the punt, and again it will evade Holloway. And Jeff will commence at their 35-yard line. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, Kellen and I will have the 3 Salam State Farm Insurance Agents Most Outstanding Player. Will select a student-athlete from each team and recognize them for their outstanding contributions on the field today.
Well, and there's some standouts performances today, but as you look at it right now, there's still room for somebody to jump in that category, somebody to make a big play on either side to either close the game out for Jeffersonville or to bring Silver Creek back into the game. The defense for Silver Creek has held Jeffersonville's offense to 9 points. You got to be really proud of that effort, but not satisfied. Can't be satisfied with only giving up 9 points. You just got to continue to get better.
Well, let's see how Jeff's run game does here. As they try to, we got a penalty before the drive can even begin.
It's a delay.
It's a 1st down now, 15 back at the 30. But certainly they're going to need to run the ball here too.
Yeah, they want to make all the time disappear as quickly as possible.
There's Berkeley to the near side, and Jaden Berkeley to the near sideline. There's your most outstanding player.
Yep, green cleats.
70-yard touchdown.
And that will put the icing likely on this cake. But that was a great play call, great blocking. That's the best execution so far today by the Jeffersonville offense. That can't get to me every time, Chris.
Wonderful play by Berkeley, and only fitting he's done it from the outset.
Yeah, 76-yard touchdown run. You knew once you got to the edge there and there was nobody left for Silver Creek that he was going to take it to the house. Outstanding play. He's been the featured guy all day.
That's Berkeley's first touchdown of the season.
And look for him to have more if he can run when he runs like that. Woo.
Max Schoonover on for the point after. Jeff also will kick Abby Lemon. Lemon yet to kick today, at least, as the kick is up. Add 1 to the Jeff tally. 16-0 as we take one more look at this Jaden Berkeley touchdown scamper.
Well, you look at it, they brought all of the Silver Creek defense in tight. He had a great job of blocking out here by the receiver, and then he's 88 and out the gate, as they used to say when I was growing up. What a great run. What a great play design, great execution by Jeffersonville at the appropriate time. Although I will say, Chris, I'm surprised they didn't go for 2 there, because that keeps it as a two-score game. If they get the 2-pointer, that would have made it a 3-score game.
That's a great point. Yes, the Red Devils still lead 16-0. You have to love their chances now, though, against this beleaguered Silver Creek offense.
Yeah, they've kind of – there's not a whole lot of threat of Silver Creek getting behind them. Aldman has done a great job of catching the ball in traffic, and he's done a great job of playing his heart out. But he's not doesn't have the quickness to get behind the Jeffersonville defense.
Been a great day for high school football on Glycott. Started at noon today with Columbus East Floyd Central, and concluding today at Jeffersonville against Silver Creek. We'll have Mail and PRP tomorrow evening. That'll be a Sunday night affair. That'll be Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels on the call for Sunday night football.
Look for Mail in that one to really get some of their energy out and their angst about the Trinity game last week. Kind of take out their anger on PRP there.
And Schoonover be fielded at the 10 for Silver Creek. Looked like Elliot Lanehart brought that back.
And again, you're looking at having to really go. And so what's Silver Creek going to do? Are they going to continue to hand the ball off, or are they going to spread it out and try to, get a crease, maybe make Jeffersonville miss a tackle, and maybe get one in the end zone. If we can get one in the end zone here for Silver Creek, then we still have a game, and Jeffersonville's got to play. But Jeffersonville on defense is definitely going to pin their ears back, and they're going to be coming after Mr. Black.
Well, the Red Devils defense, again, coordinated by Case and Wall. They've been fantastic today. Only give up 20 on the year. And rolling to the near side is Black, and he's going to throw an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was he really needed to just settle himself there. I know he's sprinting out, but just settle yourself. He was running full speed to get to the sprint out, but then just kind of settle yourself, relax, follow through. Nice, good throw. He had a wide open receiver. But he kind of threw it at the shoelaces. That was Montez he was throwing to. I mean, that guy, he's been everywhere. Offense, defense, been all over the field.
Yeah, he's played outstanding.
Especially on defense.
Silver Creek also had a couple of interceptions for the Dragons today by
intercepted
Trayton Lee. And there's an interception for Jeff in the third Red Devil takeaway, as Jeffersonville going to take it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Is that Jaleel Clack?
That was Jaleel Clack, and number 15, Drake Altman. Altman with the play to save the touchdown, but shoestring tackle. But Altman was the intended receiver there, and the ball was behind him. The ball was behind him and intercepted.
That was Clack's his second interception today, and nearly took that one the distance.
Nearly. But tell you what. But again, you put Silver Creek in a position where they don't want to be, which is throwing the ball all over the place, and you force them into that turnover there.
So first down and goal as Jeff will rush on a right tackle here. Rico Wright up under center. Handed to Kelly.
It looked like it was 20. I believe it was Kelly, 24.
Got a Silver Creek injury. That was number 24, Jaden Kelly, on the carry. And we've got a Silver Creek injury. Jeff starting to open things up. We'll step aside. Second down and goal. More coverage in just a moment.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Got an injured Silver Creek student athlete back inside the 5-yard line. Still uncertain as to who that would be, as Jeff will have it second down and goal momentarily.
Yeah, and they're doing the right thing here. They're going to run the ball, try to get it in the end zone.
It's Gabe Wheatley again.
Yeah, just taking those, getting caught up in there. Wheatley's playing the nose tackle position, so you get rolled up in there several times.
That's the second time Wheatley has been ailing in this game.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot going in there in the center of the line. But again, look for Jeffersonville to not play around here. They're just going to turn around and hand the ball off. There's no reason to get tricky. Even if they don't get in, if they run 4 times and don't get in, it's taking all that clock off. But look for them to have the momentum. They have the momentum. They should be able to push it in here.
Second down and goal from inside the 5-yard line. Jeff trying to improve to 4-2 on the season.
Jeffersonville again with the big formation.
This team's not won 4 games in a year since 2020. And Jeff able to hang on to that as Rico Wright gathers it.
We talked about the weather having a toll on this game, and that's the fourth bobbled snap that we've seen between quarterback and center from under center. Third and goal. So now you may see Jeffersonville drop back to pass here with a third and goal from. They're marking right at the 10.
Well, and with Schoonover already connecting from 32 yards out, I think the comfort level would be high to send him back out there should you need to.
For sure. He showed it. He had plenty of leg, and they should be confident in using him inside the 20-yard line or even around the 20-yard line as much as possible.
And we're going to have a Jeff timeout. We'll keep things right here.
Well, going forward, looking at Jeff, positive bounce back. 41-14 last week against Floyd Central. Positive bounce back this week against a little bit of an undermanned Silver Creek team, but still a well-coached Silver Creek team that they really had to battle to win this game. And the conditions are rough because you're playing on a Saturday evening and you're all out of sorts and all those things. But they've come through with enough momentum plays and enough hustle and enough consistency to put 16 points on the board and maybe score here, make it 19 or 23. But, really bounce back. And for Silver Creek, a nice bounce back again. It's tough getting, having 0 points at this point, but it's tough for, considering last week they got shut out as well. But they're going through that offensive transition from one quarterback to another. What is our offense really going to look like? Who are we going to depend on, right? How are we going to score? And so those kind of things take a little bit of time, a couple weeks. Look for them next week to really have a breakout against, I believe they play Brownstown next week, correct?
Brownstown in 2 weeks.
Oh, so they have a bye? Oh, that's good for them. They'll have time to build up and get some consistency.
Third down and goal.
Oh, my gosh.
And that ball is incomplete. That was nearly intercepted.
By our interceptor for number 12 again. Trayton Lee had his hands on his third interception today.
Yeah, Lee with a near hat trick.
They better go somewhere else. And as we said, Schoonover is going to trot out here.
So Schoonover 1 for 1 on the season and 1 for 1 on the afternoon on field goals. This one will be 27 yards.
He's got plenty of leg for this. Let's see if he can remain consistent.
Rico Wright is the holder. And Schoonover, that's a gorgeous kick. And Jeff tacks 3 more on.
They need to be using him every time from now on. That kid's pretty tough, pretty good. It's very rare in high school to have a kicker that's that accurate and consistent.
Able to get that up. That was a high snap. Great job by Rico Wright as well to get that down.
And as we've talked about a lot of times in our broadcasts, the importance of special teams and executing on special teams. Jeffersonville has executed just a touch better, just a little bit better on special teams with the field position and the punting this afternoon and evening than Silver Creek. And so, again, it's led to them being able to kind of tip themselves into a winning position.
So Silver Creek in danger of being shut out in back-to-back weeks.
It's tough to go into the locker room and say, "Hey, come on, keep your spirits up. We're going to fight again this week." When you as a defensive unit, you're saying you guys got to score some points. But that's that team thing. That's that team mentality, and you got to look at your seniors to pick them up, to hold that team together, and say, "Hey, you know what? We played 2 tough teams back to back. We're going through a quarterback change, and we're going to get better. and We're going to do better next time."
So last week's shutout loss to Scottsburg snapped 18 straight games in which the Dragons scored. I think our producer, Steve Burr, is going to spend all week trying to research the last time the Dragons had back-to-back scoreless evenings. Should this score hold?
Yeah, it hasn't happened many times, especially recently.
And the Dragons set for another return. You've had Jaden Berkeley with a huge afternoon for Jeff. Also, Max Schoonover's made a couple of field goals. Ray Laird has been solid on defense. And that is a short kick going to be gathered by the up man. That's Lanehart.
Ooh, big hit.
And Lanehart across the 30-yard line.
That was a big hit there by number 82 for Jeffersonville, Dakari Campbell, with a nice tackle there as he folded back under to make a really nice play.
Next week on Glycod, already week 7. We'll have 5 games in Kentucky. Mayo and Frederick Douglass will highlight our coverage. Also, South Oldham, they've won 5 in a row. They'll take on a very game Woodford County team next Friday.
Week 7, it flies by, doesn't it?
And then 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in Southern Indiana. That pitch caught out in the flat in Silver Creek down the far sideline, out inside the 35-yard line. It's Ethan Caldwell.
We've thrown it in his direction. That's the first time that he's caught one today, correct?
It's Ethan Caldwell. A couple of targets his way.
Yeah, that's the first. But that was a nice catch and turn. Again, Jeffersonville can't fall asleep here. Yeah, you have the 3-score lead, but you don't want to fall asleep. You played so hard all afternoon and evening. You don't want to be giving up points here at the end just because you're falling asleep and you're just letting them walk in.
Be about a 30-yard gain here on first down at 10 as Black sets a screen up. It's caught by Jamari Powell, and Powell a little shaky as he squirms and powers his way just shy of the 20-yard line.
Now you can see why you don't want him in the open field, right? Now you can see why Jeff has been hounding him with linebackers and defensive backs all afternoon and evening, because when he gets in the open field, he's special. That's a special play, special run by a special kid.
Wonderful block out by the receiver. That was Altman trying to free him up a little bit.
That was a good play, just a little swing pass to the back there and get him out in open space, get your most dynamic player out in open space.
This is Silver Creek's deepest penetration, just shy of the red zone. As Black back to the initial line of scrimmage and all that running. And he'll be out perhaps where the play started.
Well, it was good hustle, good play. But again, Jeffersonville's letting him get out of the pocket. They got to finish these plays off. They're just a little bit lackadaisical here at the end of the game. They've kind of taken the foot off the accelerator a little bit here.
Well, and credit Silver Creek for making some plays down the stretch.
Yeah, they're not quitting. And that's what Coach Pappenhouse is going to hang his hat on. He's going to say, look, guys, here, watch this last drive. We got down 19-0, and we still didn't quit. We still kept fighting.
That might be the best 1-yard run of the year.
That was pretty nice.
Jamari Powell behind Black. And there's a screen. Nice catch by Jamari Powell, and Powell will shed tacklers and take it up to about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Jeffersonville is not going to get him down with one person. It's going to take 3 or 4 because he's determined to get into that end zone. We got an injury here.
Sure do. Got a Jeff student-athlete injured as we take another look at that Powell screen catch. And looks like a slight cramp, so we'll take a 30-second break. Be right back after this. Silver Creek will have its second down and 5 in just a moment.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Third down and 5 as we welcome you back. Altman, and he's going to be very close to a first down. Drake Altman needed the 12-yard line, and a nice pass by Cam Black.
That one had a little bit of touch on it because he had to deliver it over the top of the defender in the man-to-man coverage that Jeffersonville's in. And you can see the Jeffersonville coaches, they're imploring with their players, hey, finish off the drive, finish off the game. Don't let them in here because we want to keep that shutout 0 on the board. But again, great little touch pass there.
First down and 10, so Silver Creek can net a first down as they've got it at the 12. There's a slant right through the intended target, Adrian Montez.
And again, you know, for Jeffersonville to be playing man-to-man coverage, you don't want to be giving up that inside slant. You want to take that away, make him go over the top of the defensive back so that you can block it with your hand. They're going to be working their man-to-man coverage again this week here at Jeffersonville to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Just over 4 minutes left in this game. Caught out in the flat, or was it? No, it was. Could not be held on.
A little bit low.
It was Ethan Caldwell, the intended target.
You know, Cam Black, when he gets moving to his left, it's tough for anybody that's right-handed to run left and throw. You just got to kind of settle and get those shoulders squared up and really make a nice little throw. You had a wide open receiver and probably looking like a touchdown there if he could just get it out in front of him and make a catchable throw.
Third down and 8. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Black back to throw, sets a screen up. That's Jamari Powell, and Powell chugging, and he is going to be very close to the boundary. They'll mark him just shy of the end zone.
I'm shocked he didn't get in there with his determination all day. That was a great play call, though. They ran the same formation and made it look like a sprint out, then they threw that screen back to the middle with their best, most dynamic athlete in the open field. Great call. Now they just need to get it in here. Just tip it in.
It's going to be a first down. It's a first down and goal.
From the inch line.
And Silver Creek
Score.
is on the board.
Nice. It was a nice little power there by Kahn. You know.
It's Jamari Powell.
It's Jamari Powell. I apologize.
Takes it in.
They do look similar in their builds. I apologize. I couldn't see through the screen here. But, yeah, good run. Let him finish off he did most of the work anyway, getting him down there, so let him have his reward for the touchdown. And it's 19-6. And, again, Coach Pappenhouse has something to go back this week and say, look, we got down 19-0, and we're building something with this last drive of the game.
Powell now 5 rushing touchdowns on the year, and Silver Creek's going to go for 2. Black in the gun, Powell behind him. And Black on the bootleg, and he's going to try to flip it forward and does. That was a clever flip in for a 2-point try.
He tucked it like he was going to run, and he sold the run so well that the defenders came up to get him, and he just flipped it right over the top. Great job. Well-coached athlete right there. Well executed.
Drake Oltman, the beneficiary, and it's a 2-score game. You've got an 11-point difference, 3 timeouts left, and Jeff will have the football at 3:35 on the clock.
We'll say maybe, because we're going to see an onside kick here. So, I guarantee you Coach Washington is going over how to recover an onside kick this week. They've done it lots and lots of times in practice because of what happened last week with Floyd Central. So look for Silver Creek to have a special little onside kick here that maybe looks a little bit different than what they saw last week.
Jeff will have their hands team on the field.
A little side note here for Jeff. That's for them. They might be a little bit disappointed with that, letting them in there with 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go, because that makes it a game, obviously. But at the same time, they played so well for the whole game on defense, and Silver Creek did not do anything different on that drive. They just executed better.
And the onside kick, it'll be plucked. That ball still in play, and Jeff tried to fall on it. That ball underneath us on the near hash mark. And the officials trying to get things sorted out.
They got it.
Silver Creek apparently comes out with it. Let's dial that up one more time.
Was that a bank? Wow, it bounced off of the Jeffersonville player, and they recovered it before it went out of bounds. That's incredible.
Very difficult from our vantage point to ascertain who came away with that ball for Silver Creek, but the Dragons do.
Wow.
And they're set up shop again at their 48-yard line.
Big momentum. Big Mo is with the Silver Creek Dragons right now. So, who on Jeffersonville is going to raise up and make a play? Or, are they going to let the Dragons get back really into this game? Because a quick strike here makes it certainly a different story.
Silver Creek now going with 3 to the top. Oltman at the top of the screen. And incomplete as Black tried to dial something up on the near sideline to Adrian Montez.
And that's the right person to throw to one-on-one. But, again, Montez is more of a physical player, and he's covered by the defensive back over here for Jeffersonville. And it was a great job. He just kind of used the sideline as his friend, and he eliminated Montez as a receiving threat.
So the clock idle now, 3:28.
That was Clack over here. I should have known that. Clack, he's been the best defensive back for them all day.
Got Ben Robertson is also in this alignment for Silver Creek. He's at the top now.
Oh.
And we might have a pick 6, and Jeffersonville
Why not?
pouring it on.
Berkeley.
And Jaden Berkeley in for 6.
Wow. Have a day, young man. Have a day. Have a day. Now that one floated there a little bit, but still he's got to make the play. What an exclamation point on an already outstanding afternoon for that young man.
Jaden Berkeley, 2 touchdowns in this quarter. And Jeffersonville now back leading 25-8.
He's going to put this one, he's going to send this one out to all the colleges that are interested in him, I'm sure, above that.
Berkeley, 5'8", 155 senior. Going to transfer from Charlestown, and he has been sensational on both sides of the ball, really all 3 facets if you include special teams.
Yeah, you can see why they featured him today. He's a special athlete, and he is a game breaker. He is a game breaker and wrecker if you are a Silver Creek fan.
Take one more look at Black. He's thrown 3 picks today, and this one went to the house.
You can see he kind of faded back there on that throw, and he kind of floated. But it was still Berkeley was in a great position to read that one. And he made a great play, and he ran it in. And like I said, he's going to ask to play every game in the rain on Saturday.
Yeah, he has had some kind of performance. As Jeffersonville on the cusp of their 4th win of the season. They've not won 4 games in one season since 2020. This program has certainly been struggled of late.
Well, when you got guys like Berkeley, though, when you get some guys back like Berkeley, they had some kids transfer back from across the river, you get the guys. You got to get some guys that can play a little bit and can be leaders, right, and show the younger guys how to play.
They'll take on New Albany next week in their home finale, at least the regular season home finale, before back-to-back road games to wrap it up at Columbus East and then at Jennings County. So perhaps a chance for Jeff to have a winning season.
Yeah, Columbus East is going to be tough. They're going to have to bring their A game there. In Jennings County.
And Silver Creek on the return. That's Oltman, and Oltman pummeled at the 27-yard line.
Well, so Coach Pappenhouse here is probably going to continue to show that he wants to fight. So they're going to continue to try to keep scoring the ball. But look for it to be a little bit more conservative, not as wide open as it was before, because big momentum is on Jeffersonville's side. And you don't want to create a situation where Cam Black has reservations about throwing the ball out in the flat. So you want to kind of reduce that exposure and hand the ball off to Powell here a little bit. Maybe throw a screen pass or 2 and see if you can't break something.
Just over 3 minutes left in this game.
He's got him. Oh, another one. Wow. He's hanging it inside.
Another interception. This one plucked down by Rob Tucker, and Tucker fighting in for another touchdown.
Well, that's unfortunate. He had his man. He had his man, and he hung it inside. He had Mr. Montez out there, but he's got to throw it to the outside. It's unfortunate. But, those are lessons he's going to learn as a junior, and then he'll bring into maybe his senior year in the next game next week and make better decisions. But on Jeffersonville's side, hey, don't hang the ball up in the air, because when they catch it, they're going to score on defense, Chris. These guys are unbelievable.
Schoonover on for one more point after. It's been a very active fourth quarter.
The last 2 minutes.
We'll take one more pause. Jeff pouring it on. They lead 33-8. More coverage in just a moment. You're watching Week 6 on Glycott.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or longtime patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
$33-8 Jeff. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this game. This game began with a Jeff touchdown early in this game from 38-yard touchdown reception to Braylon Gray. Point after was missed. It was 6-0 at half, and Jeff has outscored Silver Creek 27-8 in quarters 3 and 4.
Well, and Jeffersonville getting up by the 3 scores is when we really have seen the fireworks literally and figuratively, because they had to put the ball in the air. And, you could tell Silver Creek wasn't exactly comfortable putting the ball in the air. And Jeffersonville has taken advantage of 2 hanging throws the last 2 times, and they've run them in the end zone. They've got the athletes to do it, and they're explosive plays. And look for Silver Creek to just kind of keep nurse the clock here, maybe just get to the locker room, lick their wounds, and move on to next week. Yeah.
Or we could have a Jeff timeout. Now, credit Coach Washington. He's going to take advantage of every opportunity to coach his guys up. He's got a wonderful coordinator in Case and Wall, and you know this better than anybody. He's laying the foundation here and trying to maximize every chance he can to coach.
Well, yeah, but you also want to be able to, in today's world, you got to make sure the kids are going to keep coming in. So you want to show the kids, hey, we got these flashy, nice plays, and he wants to coach them also to play and finish the game right. We're going to finish the game right. We know they're going to run the ball. We're not just going to lay down. It looks like we made a few subs up front for the defensive linemen, maybe some JV players getting a few extra snaps here. But we want to finish the game with the intensity so we can carry this into next week.
Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we'll have the State Farm Insurance Agent Most Outstanding Player, 1 student athlete from each team. First down and 10 again for Silver Creek. It's Jamari Powell from Cam Black, and Jamari Powell out for another first down.
Jeffersonville has made a few subs. That tackle there was made by number 39. That was Mello Blinko.
Well, Powell's going to continue to play hard.
Yeah, he's going to play hard. I mean, and Silver Creek's going to continue to play hard. They're well coached. They're just going through some transition on their offensive side of the ball and figuring out how they're going to score points and how they're going to move the ball. And that takes some time, and playing a team like Jeffersonville, who's forcing you to pass, doesn't make it easy.
First down and 10. And another sizable gain on first down. How would you describe Powell just in terms of his high school ability?
As a high school player, he's in the A+ category because of his balance, because of his hands. You've watched him here. He's been the best player for Silver Creek on their side on offense, obviously. But he can catch the ball, he can run the ball, and he's got some special moves that he can break tackles with.
Just really complete. Second down and short. And there's a flip, and Powell able to gather that ball off the turf, and Powell shifting gears as he picks up a first down just shy of the 40.
Yeah, and there's a lot of natural gifts there, but also the field turf helps because it gives you Sunday hops that the grass never did.
Yeah, there's not a divot there where the ball would squirt one direction.
I've had that same thing happen before when I was growing up playing running back, and the ball did not squirt that, bounced right back to me. But he's a really complete, like you said, he's a complete player. He can do it all. I wouldn't be surprised if he could throw it pretty well.
First down at 10. Just shy of the 40-yard line. Under 2 minutes left. Jeff will improve to 4-2. Silver Creek will fall to 3-3 as Powell slung down after a pickup of about 3.
Yeah, and you can see that even the Jeffersonville second stringers they're playing with a little bit more intensity than you would assume because Coach Washington pulled them over and said, hey, we're not going to just give up here and let them just run in the end zone. And that's that foundation you were talking about building. Hey, we want the second stringers to play as hard as the first stringers and be forcing the first stringers to keep their job, not just have their job.
Two receivers now to the near side. Montez, he's been a factor in this game. He's at the bottom of your screen. That's Sam Kahn with the carry.
It's always interesting to me. You could see the body language on the receivers, and obviously it's a running time to run the clock out, but you can always tell by the body language on the receivers whether it's a run or a pass, and you got to coach them out of that. But just interesting there because his shoulders were kind of slumped, and you could tell that he was not going to catch a pass that time.
You got to sell that, though.
Yeah, you got to sell it. You got to be out there, showing the DBs that, hey, this is still going to be, even though it's a run, I'm going to make you believe it's a pass. But that's a coaching thing, and just something that I always find interesting looking at.
Third down and 7. This might be the final play of the game here. It's Kahn again, and Kahn going to power forward up to about the 35-yard line, and Jeff on their way.
Yeah, 4 wins. That's a big deal here in Jeffersonville. They've got the stadium, they've got the field, they've got the uniforms. Now they need just the team to back it up.
Again, a huge thank you to all the great folks here at Jeffersonville High School for allowing us to bring this to you today. It's a real treat to be here, and Jeff, a winner over Silver Creek, 33-8. So the Red Devils improved to 4-2. Silver Creek falls to 3-3. We'll step aside. Our post-game report presented by Priority Radiology on the other side of this timeout.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org. Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group, offering Southern Indiana's best selection of pre-owned vehicles through a family tradition of excellence.
Back live at Jeffersonville High School, 33-8. Red Devils defeat Silver Creek, and in the first half, Jeff outplayed Silver Creek, but the score really not indicative. But it sure was in the second half.
Yeah, the second half, the wall kind of broke down there for Silver Creek, and Jeffersonville forced them to throw the ball, which they didn't feel comfortable doing, and they forced them into some mistakes, and Jeffersonville took advantage of them. You have to take advantage of those opportunities when you see them.
Red Devils with a big celebration while we were at commercial break, and you just sense the renewed enthusiasm within this program.
Yeah, when you walk onto campus, you're like, dang, these people should be, 100,000 players, 100,000 people, because it's a beautiful stadium. But when you look at the recent history, you have to rebuild it from the bottom up. And so you got to take the facilities, and then you got to, these players one day at a time, just one day at a time.
Red Devils a big win today, 33-8. We'll have the State Farm Insurance agent, Theresa Lamb, most outstanding players. We'll have that for you, and a little bit more of a summary in just a moment. Thanks again for watching us on Glycod. We'll be right back.
Office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mac Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And a huge thank you to State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb for her support of high school athletics on Glycod.com. Again, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Theresa serves the community and has done it so well for years. You can contact her, 812-945-8088. Again, a huge thank you, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. And for Silver Creek, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of stats, but Jamari Powell, unquestionably their top offensive player today.
Yeah, he was special. He was the one that popped when you watched the game. He was the one that they were trying to get to crease that Jeffersonville defense and maybe keep it a game for a little bit, and he did. And they relied on their defense. And when he got the ball, he was special, especially on that screenplay there at the end, and all those the catching the passes. Man.
Thought Drake Oltman played very well on offense as well.
They got some weapons, as long as they can develop an offense around those two weapons and kind of hit the play-action pass and pick and choose their spots when to throw the ball, then they're going to be successful.
And then on defense, 2 interceptions for Silver Creek defensive player Trayton Lee.
Yeah, he was in the right place at the right time, especially on the first one. But again, right place, right time, but you still have to take advantage of that opportunity.
And then for Jeffersonville, certainly Jaden Berkeley, the 2 interceptions, the 2 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah, he was a special player, and you could tell that they wanted to feature him today. He looked like he was ready to play. It looked like it was his night to get the ball, and he took advantage of it, and he was really special. I mean, that sweep that they ran to make it 16-0, I mean, that second touchdown, he ran down 76-yard touchdown was unbelievable. Great run. Flashed his speed. He really pops with that speed, and especially those green cleats. It was really easy to find him, and you couldn't even hardly see the green cleats because they were going so fast.
Braylon Gray, 38-yard touchdown reception for Jeff, and Max Schoonover, 2 field goals today, first 2 of the year.
Yeah, they found a kicker. They knew that they probably knew they had him, but they just didn't have the opportunities to use him. And Braylon Gray with the touchdown reception, but that was early in the game when Jeffersonville was trying to do their thing where they're throwing the ball deep. And again, the pressure from Silver Creek, they have a good defensive front. And it kind of, got overwhelmed here, and the score isn't indicative of how rough of a game it was.
So Jeff wins 33-8 over Silver Creek. Red Devils 4-2. Silver Creek falls to 3-3. We'll take next week off here in Southern Indiana and then be back for more action in a couple of weeks. Our first trek to New Albany as the Bulldogs will host Seymour. That'll be our game coming up on October 4th. Again, huge thank you to Larry Owens, athletic director at Jeffersonville High School. Also, thanks to David Callan and Fred Calgill for their support and permission to stream today. And Kellen, always a pleasure to work with you, young man.
Nice to work with you, Chris.
For Kellen Barnes, our producer, Steve Bird, I'm Chris LeBar. Good afternoon from Jeffersonville High School. You've been watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, a family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start, German American Bank, Northside Security, and Call's Body Shop.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.